Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
There I go, bobbing my head again. Hey, y'all.
It's Friday. Oh, my God, y'all. The weekend is over. And the weekend has begun. Oh, what I tell you, Charlie? Didn't I say soon as that Wednesday come? Didn't that
you said it?
I just knew it was going to be some shit that hit the fan by Wednesday. And we going to talk about it. And what's up to the chat, y'all? What's up, PDP? Who's in the first one in here besides my beautiful moderator was PDP and Shara King. And what's up? Said Peace Queen, the hood table. Who this on the intro? She fired. That's my niecey Pooh, my real niece. Thailand music. Look her up. She on social media. Yeah, she got a whole bunch of songs on her YouTube, IG. I don't know about Twitter, but definitely on her IG and her YouTube, she got a lot of songs, a lot of fire ass songs. But yes. Yeah, she got bars. I'm telling you, if you go to her channel, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Nobody sounds like her. She's very original.
I love that intro. I'm telling you, she did bomb on that intro.
Yes, she
I can listen to it for another 5 minutes. What you telling
me? Yes. And you know, when I had put the request out for somebody to make me a song, I wanted somebody from the hood, somebody from the city, and I had all kind of guys, even cousins, you know, send me their shit. Then she put her shit in, and I said, whoever send me the best songs, bars, lyrics, and everything, I will pay you for it. And this was like 5 years ago. So yeah, she won, and she knocked it out the park. Yep, knocked it out the park. And she was like, AT, you ain't gotta pay me nothing. I said, yes, I am. And I said, I'm gonna be one of the first people that you ever made music for. You know, shoot, I'm gonna pay. You know, nowadays she probably costs a lot more, but you know,
you was her first commission. You were like, look at me, I'm the first one.
Yes. Thailand music. I always put her link and her information in every single video in the description box. So, yep. But what's up, Charlie? How you doing this Friday?
Girl, I was laying down stuff and I was trying to catch up on everything that done happened. And child, I missed a lot. Missed 30 minutes, child, and it's like you missed 3 days.
It is a lot. I've been trying to watch videos in between working because I had to work all day today. And I was trying to watch videos in between working. I think I got about 3 videos watched. I didn't get to watch Lemon. I tried to watch, but I swear to God, I'll be tuning into Lemon. And I'm not saying he's boring, or I'm not saying that at all. But you know, when you're tired, you just can't stay up all night. Some people can. I don't see how y'all do it. But
I can't do it. I can't do it like that. Sometimes I'll be in a chat because I can't sleep. You know, I'm having a little, you know, sleep problem or whatnot. But other times it's like I ain't even make it to the live. Corio said I left her out in the dry. No, child, I just been falling asleep.
I be knocked, and then I wake up and he still be on. I just roll right back over and listen to whoever until I fall back to sleep again. But yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. And I know the main thing that we're going to be discussing, which everybody is still discussing, that is the Brooke, that is the pills, and that is the Malik, and now the Shelly. Man, Shells. I gotta give it to you, Shells. Now, a lot of people know that Shelly is one of those people who 9 times out of 10, she will record the conversation because she likes to have receipts. And she don't like to be put in no type of bag where she can't crawl her ass out of if something go down. She don't, just in case somebody lied on her, just in case somebody say something didn't happen or they didn't say something. She's just one of those people. There's several people in this sector and other sectors like the adjacent sectors, and they record. So whether Brooke knew she was being recorded or not, she should have known, right? Like she should have known, even though her and Shelly used to be really, really, really cool. I remember when the green sector was out and about and Shelly had created that and I had joined and Brooke and, there's a lot of people had joined, the green sector. So I remember them being really, really cool. And I never knew what happened, why they weren't cool anymore. But after watching Shelly's video and listening to the phone audio and everything, a lot of things become really clear, right? So let me ask you, what was something that you found very interesting, or what was the most interesting thing? How am I trying to say that? What is the most interesting thing you heard on that audio? And that wasn't even the whole video. Shell said she got some more.
Only thing I hated about the video, I'll tell you this, besides interest, was it kept repeating what she was saying about her and Malik, her and Malik, her and Malik. I'm like, get to the point. Child, you do it just like he does, where he double talks. You doing the same thing. Like, oh, God, you getting on my nerves.
Right. It's like, that's one thing I say about Malik. It sounds like he always talking in fucking circles. I'm like, is that how they do up there where y'all from? Is that like a Maryland thing? I mean, y'all just keep repeating the same shit or walking around that goddamn, that bush.
Swear to God.
I'm like, just quit beating around the bush. Like, it does be sounding like him for sure. Hey, friend. Hey, baby. Hey, super chat. It do sound like they be double talking or talking in circles. And I'm like, get to the fucking point. Like oh my God. When Malik was on ODS panel the other day,
ooh, chat.
I could have beat my head against the computer screen. I was like, if he don't tell us some goddamn tea, like if
I was cutting up in the chat. I really was. I admit it, child. I was going, he didn't say yes or no question. It's so simple.
I'm like, answer the fucking questions. Like, you already made ODS wait 1 motherfucking hour for your ass. Then when you hit the motherfucking panel, then it's like, now I did enjoy the little part we got about, when he was like, basically, if there was a baby, why would she show it? Or why can't she produce no receipts? Or why can't she, anything about the baby? Even though a lot of us already assume that she didn't have a baby, right? But other than that, did we get anything from? No. And I'm like, this dude just be talking to fucking circle. He just be talking to fucking hear himself talk. That's what it seemed like to me.
I think he tries to allude so he has plausible deniability. Because he basically stated in unsaid terms that, first off, he doesn't have a daughter. And if Brooke had a child out of wedlock while they were married by someone else, he wouldn't have been with her. So he's basically saying she ain't got one without saying it. I'm like, just say it. Shit. It's either a yes or no question. Does she have a daughter? Yes or no?
But it's so crazy how, like, Shelly, before we even heard the audio, she said at first she thought, that Malik was really, really genuine, when she was talking to him. And then when she started talking to Brooke, she was like, but I also think Brooke is believable too. But some things they were saying like the total opposite of each other. Like, for instance, y'all heard the part where, why I say pills? Malik was telling Shell, ain't no way in hell, ain't no way, ain't under no circumstance will I ever get back with Brooke. We would never be together. I might be ad-libbing, but basically he was like, ain't no way in hell, right? Then Brooke was able to produce receipts of him trying to get back with her just recently, like the other day, asking could he take her out somewhere and he would foot the bill. So he's still asking to take her out on dates, but then he telling Shelly, ain't no way in hell we could ever get back together. So a lot of their answers are conflicting. Did anybody in the chat listen to the audio footage? Because that was only, Shelly said it was over an hour. I think Shelly gave us about, how much did she give us, Charlie? Maybe 35 minutes, 40 minutes or so, I think. But it was really, really interesting because, and let me talk to the people in the chat real quick. Let me holler at the people in the chat. What's up, Vibrant? How you doing? What's up, Madison? Super Chat VS3 Sector. Super Chat said Brooke has trash on Malik that could probably get him in legal jeopardy. That's why they are both moving carefully. But wouldn't they be moving more carefully if they just shut the fuck up? I mean, don't you think, Charlie?
I think so. I mean, here's the thing. You're both laying all your business out here on the street and been doing it. I'm like, you know, you need to kind of zip it. Because it's, here's the thing. They're supposed to be going through a divorce and you over here talking to like, he could take that video footage and use that against her. Just like she could try to use the even though he didn't meet up with Pretty Chocolate Girl, right? Just because he was speaking to another woman in that matter is considered cheating in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? So they need to keep their stuff off the internet. They need some hush.
I agree. I agree. And a lot of people out there, y'all peoples out there who are like, why is y'all so concerned? Why y'all all in their business? It's so funny how people always say that, but they're right there listening and watching with us, right?
They put it out here on Front Street. Expect us not to speak about it.
Exactly. Now, the Pretty Chocolate Girl, I don't recall everything that went down with that shit, but how was he moving exactly with her? Do you recall?
I don't recall everything, but as people in chat have stated, they never actually met up or anything, but they were talking in a relationship type manner behind the scenes.
So just kind of like really flirting heavy and all that kind of shit like that. Mm-hmm. So do Pretty Chocolate Girl, does she live in that area?
I have no idea. But I know that she has asked for both of them to leave her out of the situation. Because she's like, I'm done with y'all. Don't even talk to me no more.
Well, you know. Now, it was so much. Like, okay, so Shelly, it was a phone call that we listened to, but I also took away a lot of things that Shelly was saying in between the phone calls. You know, when she was like talking, when she would pause the video or the audio or whatever. A lot of people do agree that Brooke has a problem lying, and that is considered an illness. Now, I never thought it as an illness before, but people were saying, you know, somebody who habitually lies, that is like an illness. And then they start bringing up other things that she might have possibly lied about, like the fact that one of her sons was drafted from the NFL. Like, what was that? Like a few years ago, or something like that.
I found something interesting. I thought they still had a kid that was in high school living with them. And then Brooke had said, yeah, her youngest child was in college. I thought their youngest was still in high school. Or if I'm wrong about that.
Well, what about the part where Shelly... Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, some people think what Shelly be doing is wrong, but I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes she just be having the goods, okay, on those recordings. Sometimes she just got the goods, and I can't do nothing but be like, you know, kudos. It is what it is. But when she was talking about the baby and how Brooke has said, I guess when she was getting tired of people asking her about her baby girl, Brooke said last year that her baby was at camp.
Yeah, what that if that was last year, the baby was a baby because this year it was supposed to turn a year old in
Right.
like April or something.
The
I
baby
forget
should be like
exactly.
damn near a year and a half, year something,
Yeah.
almost damn near 2 or so. I don't know, but even if the baby was a full 1 year old, ain't no 1 years old in no camps. What kind
Mm,
of camp is we talking about? Like Shelly said, the baby would have been like 4 or 5 months.
yeah, ain't no now daycare maybe, but not camp. I ain't never heard of no 4 or 5 month old baby going to no camp. That's usually reserved for kindergarten because they want the kids to be potty trained and all this other stuff. And most kids are like 5, 6 years
Mhm.
old when they go to camp for the very first time
And most babies don't even go to daycare till they like 6 months. Most daycares
because
don't even accept babies till they 6 months.
they ain't had all their shots.
Exactly. So to say your baby was at camp, like it's just some of the shit. Like, okay, anybody can have a son. Let me take that back. Anybody can't have a son, but there are a lot of people with children who make it to the. I know people personally who got children who made it to the NBA. Some of them are playing like overseas. Like, remember when I did the story? My bestie, her daughter had died from cancer. It was a few years ago. Her name is Simone Goods. And she played overseas after she played here. And then she played overseas. And that's where she got sick. And then she came back home. And she passed away, in the care of her mom, my bestie. But a lot of people have children that play for you. So it's not impossible, but it's just the fact that if my child played for the NFL, the WNBA, the NBA, I would be so proud of that shit, and I'll be talking about that shit. Did y'all see the such and such won? The Chicago Bulls won, or the Knicks won, or the Seahawks won, or the Lakers won, or I can go on and on, right? But it's like you put everything else out here about your life, but you don't talk about your child who is in the NFL.
I'd be posting highlight reels.
Man,
Shoot. It'd be all over my timeline. I'd be like, look at my baby go. Look, you see number 24? That's mine right there.
and normally I would say something like, don't be kidding your kids out. Da, 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 da. But this ain't that type of situation. We're not dealing with somebody who has been keeping their life private. You have been living on YouTube very publicly with your real life. So, you might as well go on ahead. What was his highest score? What was his highest 3-pointers? What was his, what's his stats? So we can support your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. That's just how I see it. If my son was in the NFL, I'd be like, child, that's my baby over there. Y'all be seeing me down there at the, right at the court. Sure.
In the NFL, it would be you would be on the
So
field.
I'm like,
You'd be on the field, on the
at the NFL, I'll
sideline.
be right on the sidelines. Hell yeah. I'll be like the hood table in the house, bitch.
I'll be telling how many interceptions he's gotten this year, or if he was defensive, how many sacks he got, if he was on the quarterback or the kick. I'd be telling all his stats. I'd be like, look at this, look at this, look at his stats this year.
And something else, Charlie. Ain't no way in hell neither one of my boys would make it to any pro sport, and I ain't got a whole house paid for. She over there
I'm
filing
telling you.
bankruptcy. Now, the thing about the bankruptcy, that's not nothing. People file bankruptcy all the time. I know somebody who filed bankruptcy every like 7-8 years. Like they just clean they shit on off and they start over. So I get why she might want to start over because if they are really separated, she want to make sure she get a clean start. She don't want to be taking on all them bills. You know what I'm saying? But your child in the NFL and you got to file bankruptcy. Have anybody ever thought about that?
It's either one or
Like,
two
I would
things with
have
that
cars.
situation.
I would be in a mansion. I would have butlers and maids and.
There's either one or two situations. If he did go to the NFL, he don't have nothing to do with her. or won't send her nothing, won't do nothing for her because she wasn't that good of a mama, or he never went to the NFL. Which one is it?
I'm telling y'all, I be traveling everywhere my child, and I would be there watching his games on my mama in heaven. I did it when they
They
were,
give free tickets for
thank
that.
you. I did it when they were children. I hardly ever missed a game. Me and my oldest son was talking shit to each other earlier, right? And how'd the conversation go? Oh, I said, son, cash out me some money so I can buy me some breakfast. And he was like, Mom, I asked you the other day to cash out me something so I can buy some breakfast. You said, hell no, I'm the mama. And I said, it's your turn. And he was like, okay, fine, Mom. Because we take turns doing stuff like that, all of us, paying for each other meal or whatever. And so I said, matter of fact, you don't want to pay me lunch? I'ma start with pay me back all the money I spent going to every single one of your games. We could start with sneakers. We could start with this and that and the teams and traveling out of town. But I just want the money I paid to get into each and every one of your games. That's a lot of money alone. Ever since third grade, all the way up. That's a lot of money. He was like, all right, Mom, I'm about to cash app you. But what I'm saying is I would be there. There's no way. I wouldn't even be working unless I wanted to work. Ain't no way my child out there making millions and millions and millions and millions, and I'm at home paying a bankruptcy. Like, I wouldn't have nothing to bankrupt. All my bills would be paid. Shit. I'm just saying. I mean, am I thinking too far-fetched? Anybody have children? Their dream, like most children, especially sons, their dream is to put their mama up so that she ain't got to work ever again. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I don't know. I would be telling my son, just give me some money. I'm behind on this. Can I get a little coins? Can I get some coins? I'm trying to divorce this nigga over here. Can I get $160? Can I? You know what I mean? Like, Charlie, am I reaching? Am I? I don't know.
You're not reaching, girl.
Does
You're not
anybody
reaching
feel
at all.
me?
I feel you, child. I feel you. No, my situation, like, I'm just gonna say, if my child was in NFL, I'd have me a mansion house, some cars, baby. I wouldn't be one for nothing. Because here's the thing, though, about us to the table, your child and your children love the ground you walk on. Because you a good mama. You get what I'm saying? We don't know that situation. And we don't even know if she lied about it. Because I'm going to say this. I would have like his number on a t-shirt. Y'all would see the stuff all
I be
over
wearing
my
his
community
jersey.
wall.
I'm telling you, I would have that shit in my office on the back. Like, that's my baby shit right there. Like, ain't no way.
I would have that stuff plastered everywhere. That would be my profile picture right now. That would be my background picture.
You know how people have these big ass YouTube channels with sports? I would be recording shit. I'll be getting the best film, the best footage. I have a whole YouTube channel, such and such mama. That's what I be like, the such and such mama. Like, if that was my child and his name was, I don't know, Day Day. Day Day's mama. I was
I would literally, I mean, because you think about it, if your child is in the NFL and they do well, right? And this is a way for you to be able to make money by not necessarily sponging off your child, correct? A lot of these NFL moms and stuff like that and dads and stuff, they build up their social medias for being their parent and get thousands and thousands of people, and then they make money off of social media and get their own sponsorships just from being the mama and the daddy. And then you can put up money, and if they do give you money, and let's say you got your house paid for, you ain't got all this craziness, you can start putting up some of that money they giving you. So if they get hurt, they have a place to come back to.
Let me,
because we always look out for our babies. You know what I'm saying?
I have a friend right now, and her son is like a beast in basketball and football and track. And he throws that. What's that thing you throw? You like turn your whole body and you throw it.
Oh, shot put.
Shot put. Okay, so he's good at that stuff too. And he's on a full ride of college right now. And all the coaches, they've been looking at him ever since he was like in junior high, like real shit, like junior high. And I know for sure that he'll probably make it. I just know for sure. We have a lot of people who come out of our state, and some of them are friends. I have Facebook friends that my kids play with their kids, went to school with their kids, played sports with their kids, and some of them made it to the NFL. I mean the NBA. So I know people who got kids in the NBA and stuff like that, including my bestie whose daughter passed, away from cancer. That I had interviewed her on. Oh my God, y'all gotta remember that interview. Oh man. Anyway, it was an interview I did with my bestie, and she wanted to do this interview because it was a whole bunch of shit that was going on surrounding her daughter and my bestie's ex, which is the father of her daughter. And there was a lot of shit going on, including the fact that he had basically had her move in with him, and he had basically told the doctors he didn't want any more treatment for his daughter. And she ended up passing away for not receiving any medical attention. It was a whole, but I mean, she's suing him. She's suing like doctors. She's like, it's a big thing. And she wanted to come on my channel and talk about it. And so that was about a year and a half ago. And so her daughter played pro overseas. So, I mean, just things like that. And she was like, if it wasn't overseas, I would always be there. But of course, she can't go overseas, leave her job and go overseas. But and then we see the Brittany Griner shit. I'm glad my damn I call her my niece because that's my bestie's daughter. But I'm glad her ass ain't over there. I mean, she in heaven, but I'm just saying, I'm glad she didn't have to go through no shit like Brittany did overseas. But yeah, a lot of us know people with kids who made it big, and a lot of those kids take care of their mamas. And that's why I'm like, is her son really in the NFL? Because ain't no way. I mean, even if my son didn't buy me the mansion that I told him I want, if I, not really a mansion, but just a big, big, big house, a nice little lot of land, something. But I definitely wouldn't be like filing bankruptcy and I got a child making millions of dollars in the NFL. Do that even make sense?
That makes no sense whatsoever, because my son would make sure that even if he didn't buy me a home, that I was straight, that I wouldn't be having to deal with bankruptcy and stuff like that.
Exactly. And I know my sons would do that for me. I just know they would. I could bet my whole life on that they were like, Mom, do you want to work? Do you not want to work? Do you want to move? Do you want me to pay off your house or do you want another house?
Your boys would hire you to be they live-in nanny all the time and cook and bake for them. And bake for them.
Charlie, I already told them that. I told them if they ever make it big, I said I will be like your live-in, nanny, and you and your wife, your girl, whatever, y'all can travel with the teams and go to all the games, and I'll stay home with the baby. And on some occasions, especially once the kids start growing up and getting bigger, I'll take them, with me, and we'll travel to see your games and stuff. But no, you're not gonna have the baby off somewhere with somebody else, taking care of them. I'll do that. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Now somebody
hey, Mr. Urban World, welcome.
First time hearing I have an ex-NFL player in the family, but I don't watch sports. This channel, we discuss everything from the hood to the White House, including the beast sector. Now, let me read some of these comments. Super Chat said, remember that rap song Brooke played that her son made? It was raunchy. Ooh. I don't remember that. Do you remember that, Charlie?
I don't remember that, but Super Chat be remembering everything. She be everywhere, Chad.
I don't remember that. And what's up, friend? Did I say hi to friend already? What's up, Mrs. Boyd? What's up, Linda B? How y'all doing? Fran said, what the fuck? What's up, Melissa? How you doing? Linda said, not on the team, but work for the organization. Hold on, I must have missed. Hold up. Let me go back. Oh, she said maybe the son works for the team or the stadium. Okay, I got you. Mrs. Boyd said my dad's ex-wife's son got hired by the Lions and he never left the bench. He got dropped, but he wasn't making but $150,000 is what he said. Well, sometimes when people first get drafted, they don't make a lot of money when they first get drafted. That is true. But if you are really good, you're gonna make a lot more than $150,000. It's people entering the NBA and NFL all the time, and they making they starting in the millions. It might not be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 100, but it's like maybe 10, 15, 20. And NFL players, I think they get paid, uh, if you want to compare it to NFL or NBA, I think NBA players do get a lot more, like if they really good and they start off. But NFL players get a lot too.
It also depends on what position. Are they
Right.
going to be first string, second string, third
Hmm.
string?
Hmm.
Because if they're starter, they're going to make a lot more money.
That's what I'm saying. If they start, they're gonna make a lot of money. So it just depends. It just depends. But yeah, some people start off with like 100,000, 150, something like that. And as they progress, if they continue to get better and better, they'll end up starting and they be off the bench more and they be getting paid more. They sign another contract. Or they'll just, hey, I'm gonna go to another team, and try to ask for more money. But I don't know, child. I don't know. I would at least be at all the games. I'd at least be like, oh, they won last week. Oh, they didn't do good this week. I don't know. That's just me. And like I said, if it was somebody on here who was a YouTuber that really didn't let people in their life like that, then that would be like, okay, I see why. I understand you don't want to talk about your child in the pros and shit. But all the different scenarios and situations you done been on here with your real life. And then to turn around and say, this is my real life. You guys are playing with my real life. But you put the information out here. So we talk about it. What's up, Levon? How you doing? You said her son never went to the NFL. Just like never had a we. Fred said we would have heard about this child's high school and college achievements. Yes. Brooke can't keep up with the lies. That's what people have been basically be saying. We know how that goes. Once you tell a lie, you got to keep telling lies to cover up the lie. And Reed, you so messy. He drafted in the no Excel. Mm-mm-mm.
I love Reed.
Reed so messy. Child. But yeah, so as far as the phone call goes again though, what else did I find really interesting? Oh. Shelly said that Brooke kind of busted herself out when showing Shelly some of the text messages because one of them said from Malik. She said, but Malik said something like to the effect of, but Brooke, you got to focus on Carter, their youngest son, right? And Shelly was like, if there was a child younger than that, most people, when they have babies or children, they usually focus on, when they say stuff like that, they're usually referring to the youngest child. So she was like, wouldn't Malik say something like, you got to focus on the little girl or whatever her name is, or,
He would have
but said
named
you
both
got to focus on
children,
Carter.
even if he wasn't the father. Like, people have said that in
Right.
previous lives. Even if he wasn't the father, he still would have said, you got to focus on, and he would have stated each child's name. You got two kids, or he
Exactly.
would have said, you got two kids you got to focus on.
Right, because if the other ones is like teenagers and in the NFL somewhere, then and you got the little ones just at home. He would have said maybe Carter and such, or just the baby girl, but not just Carter. Because if it was my ex, either one of them, I got two sons by two different dudes. Either one of them, they both was fond of the other child. You know what I'm saying? Like they would never a day where they would like treat the other one different or something like that, just like I wouldn't do to their other kids. So if I was going through some shit, they would be like, man, you gotta focus on him, you gotta focus on Cam, you got these kids, these kids, not just you gotta focus on that one right there.
Yeah, and I don't think, even though I don't know Malik, I don't think that he would have left the other child off of that. He would have said, you have to focus on these kids or your two kids or our son and your daughter, something along those lines. He would have insinuated about the other child, which we know there was never another child anyway, because I'm going to say this, at that age, when the child is that young, you ain't got time to be on all these panels. You can't stay up late at night like that. And if you are, it's just because the baby woke up and you up for like an hour or two, but then you sleep when the baby sleeps.
Right. And just like, okay, this whole man, pills. Y'all supposed to be in a relationship. Y'all supposed to be in love. He gonna buy a ring. Now we gonna get to the other part of that shit right later. But for right now, he was supposed to get you a ring and all that kind of shit. And when they asked him, has he ever heard a little baby in the background? He was like, well, I'll be hearing kids. But you can distinguish a baby, a toddler, from an older child or a teenager.
And
There's no way. There's no
ODS
way.
was saying today that we couldn't hear his baby. Yeah, but ODS is also not on live
But we could
all
hear his
night.
baby when the baby was trying to sleep.
Yeah, and also he wasn't on lives as long as she was. Like he's not on here all the time on panels or on live all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
obviously, and he, that's his god baby. So he doesn't have him all the time. He has him at certain times. So
Right.
of
And I
course
get
we're not
that.
going to hear him all the time.
Exactly. And I get
But if
exactly what ODS was saying. You might not hear the baby running around the house because he's a little baby. You still got to hold him. You still got to rock him to sleep. You still got to change his pampers. You got stuff. But ODS has him once a week, twice a week, something like that. Brooke has her baby full time every day, all day, at night, during the day. And a lot of times she be over there screaming at the top of her lungs, arguing and yelling and fighting with people for hours on end. And you don't hear no baby in the background saying, I'm hungry, baba. Like, you don't hear no kids, actually. But see,
shoot,
the older the kids get, the less you have to tend to them like that. Like my grandbaby, I told my son, once he gets a little older, and I can be like, go to your room or go out there and sit and watch TV or play, color or paint or do something like that because I work from home. So right now he's a toddler, so I can't just be working from home and then he running around the house. I don't know what the hell he getting into, right? But once he
hmm
get a little older, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's a little more easier for me to be like, okay, go to your room, turn on, your cartoons, color, do whatever till Yaya gets, off of work or take a break. And that's if they absolutely needed me to watch them, because my preference would never be for me to keep a child at home while I'm working. That'd be like an absolute emergency. Daycare closed. It's bad weather. You still got to go to work, and the schools is closed. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get off of work. But 9 times out of 10, I would just take off of work. I would just take off of work, take a sick day or PTO day or whatever, so I can tend to my baby. But I'm just saying hypothetically. Hypothetically, the older they are, the less you gotta tend to them, so you can be on YouTube yelling and screaming, and they ain't pulling on your leg every 5 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say.
when my son was that age, and I had a friend group, when he was younger, even when he was 7, 8 years old, you get what I'm saying? They would still hear him in the background. Like you would still hear my child even if he was older, but when he was real young, oh yeah, baby, there wouldn't have been no me being on here without y'all hearing him.
Hell no. And y'all know when my oldest son went out of, not Cam, he just went to San Diego. But my oldest son, him and his baby mom went to where did they go? Atlanta? I can't remember. Atlanta, Texas. I can't remember where the hell they went. But anyway, they went for his birthday. And every year for his birthday, they go out of town for like 3, 4 days, and I take off of work. During those days, I don't be online.
I remember when you had
His
baby.
birthday is every April. And they be gone 3, 4 days or longer. I be telling them stay longer. Why y'all coming back so soon? Matter of fact, I think this time they came back on the 5th day. But I be like, stay gone. They be like, Mom, you sure? I'm like, he got another grandma. We just, switch back and forth. I keep it for 2 days. She keep it for 2 days. Something like that. But I don't be online when I got him. Ain't no way. Because he be all up in the camera. He's still a baby.
My son almost 17, and I still get interrupted and have to mute sometimes when I'm on the panel because he'll walk in the room asking me questions.
You
He's a
see, Cam, sometimes Cam be interrupting my shows. Cam will come to my office and he'll just stand there and he'll look at me like out the corner of his eye. He be looking all shy. Like he don't want to interrupt me, but he knows he wants to say something. So I'll hit mute, like if I'm talking to y'all, and I'll hit mute. I'm like, what, Cam? What you want? What you want? And he'll be like, oh, and he'll ask me, and I'll be like, okay, oh, yeah. All right, got my office, got my office. But, he's 23, but Yeah, those little kids, you can't be. I don't know how these parents, these new parents, I don't know how they be online all day. I just don't understand it. But as
And
Sarah
you,
said, twins, Mrs. Boyd, your mamas with twins are superwoman. Oh, hold on, let me back it up. I think somebody said something up
yeah,
here.
Miss Boyd had twins. Twins, I'm gonna tell you this, being a twin
Oh,
mama, you is superwoman. I'm gonna tell you
yes.
this. But I'm gonna say, how did they have the energy with a small child? Because I know that when I had mine, well, see, my son was a micro preemie, but he was up every 2 to 3 hours eating. And I'm like, child, I was so, even when he got up to where he was sleeping through the night, I was still so exhausted. I ain't had time for all that.
Exactly. And Mrs. Boyd said my twins kept up hell. They were always fussing with each other. So you always, yeah, you always hear them in the background. And that's how I would be with my little grandbaby. I would be like hitting mute all the time. Be quiet, Ace, be quiet. Shh. Sit here, Ace, play with your toys. Get your mom, get your sippy cup. I ain't doing all that shit. Not just to get on YouTube. Shit, I can wait. I can wait till he go home.
Well, that's
You
like,
know?
I'm gonna say this, super chats, right? Like, we have people here who do have kids that be on here occasionally, right? Or even the people in the Mo3 sector that be on a lot, right? You still hear their kids in the background. Like, you hear them talking, you hear them laughing, you hear them cutting up, playing, all that other good stuff.
That's what I'm saying, PDP. Just on a YouTube tip, as much as these people here like to talk about their lives, to just leave significant details out is a little suspect. Yep. And that is referring to like the NFL story. And Linda B said there's a lot of little jobs that support NFL teams. I'd imagine they could be stretching the son's position from locker room help to him being on the. Oh, hey Taylor May, what's up? Super chat said I'll be everywhere listening. Okay, Mr. Everywhere
I,
said, okay, I'll check out the channel. Thank you. Zasara said, I'm baking and listening, so I got flour and that all over my hands. Can't type much, but great show as usual. Thank you. What you baking, girl? Don't that day. That's like one of my favorite words as a cake decorator. Like, what you over there baking? Cookies, cakes, chicken? What's going on in that kitchen? But yeah, Mrs.
I remember when daughter here had her little baby, and you could hear that baby in the background. Like, even when Mama Sippin went live, you would hear them kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't shut kids up when they are wanting to play and be, funny. Kids ain't gonna shut up like that. Even if you go in another room, go to the bathroom and see if they don't break in on you. What you doing, Mama?
Yep. And you know what? Another thing, Mr. Urban World, you're right. A lot of the people who first start off, they might get like in the 100,000s before they get to the millions. But a lot of them, they don't like be living really, really high on the hog either when they make that type of money. Some of them still got a little spot at home. You know what I'm saying? Or some of them got a nice little apartment, where they professional team is. So you're right. And then as they get better and better, or as they longer on the team, their income increases and stuff like that. But of course, they have to earn it. But I'm just saying, she told us about this NFL story how many years ago?
Shoot, I done lost count.
It
You
was
know how
it
many
was a
lies
while
she done
ago.
told? Ooh, Z Sarah says she's making a lemon drizzle in a bit.
Oh, child. Hey, what's
It's
she
just a
making like?
she said in the oven it's just a basic chocolate cake, but I'm making a lemon drizzle in a bit. Ooh.
Hold up, you making a chocolate cake with lemon drizzle? Now that's different. Let me know how that turned. Don't give me no ideas. What's up? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me
Put some pimping in it.
Hold up, said I have a family member who is a Dallas Cowboy. Child, you know what? I don't know. Always, everybody wishes, not everybody, I ain't gonna say that, but a lot of parents do hope that their children, when they grow up, they become like doctors.
She says she making
or
toothpicks.
lawyers, or somebody who makes some really good money. And I don't care what y'all say. I know a lot of women, a lot of grown-ups, a lot of women, a lot of mothers, especially the good mothers. We all have this, dream. Y'all can lie if y'all want to, But y'all know y'all had that dream when you get your little boys and you hold them in your little arm and you be raising them and taking care of them and you find something that they're really good at and you think, oh, they're going to be great. They're going to be awesome. And then one day when I get older, they're going to take care of me and they're going to pay my bills off. And that's just a thing between mothers and sons. You know what I'm saying? But usually that don't happen and we got to work till we damn near dead. But,
D.
it
Sarah
sounds
said,
good.
D. Sarah, you're making 2 different cakes. Yeah, you're a little behind, boo boo. You got to start scrolling down, sweet. I want to see your cake, Z Sarah. Do you have a community? Wow.
My bro said he tardy for the party. You always tardy for the party, bro. Linda said if Brooke and Malik can make up stories, let's all just start making up some shit. Matter of fact, maybe if you know how
I'm a famous singer
into existence, if you're speaking to existence, I'm Beyonce's backup dancer. My big ass. I'll be up there on the stage with my big ass and little stockings and high heels on. But Linda said I got a whole Lifetime movie on him. Shelly is very logical and Reed not much gets past. And yep, not much gets past them. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. That's true. Miss Boyd said, but she said she never cheated, but also said Malik wasn't the father, not the daddy. Levon said, I appreciate your honesty, Charlie. Hey, Daughter Hill. What up, Daughter Hill? We was just talking about when you had your little old baby. We can hear your little old baby in the background sometimes when you was live. You know how people talk about you when people have little children, you should be able to hear their babies in the background sometime, but we ain't never heard that baby cry, yelp, cough, fart, sneeze.
and she ain't never did this one, which every mama in their life has done. Y'all, give me just a minute. I gotta go. The baby just pooped and it went down his leg, or he just peed all over, or she just peed all over the place. Something, because them diapers sometimes they be coming out the side of the leg, man.
Yeah, that's why I have a pad for my grandbaby. I had one of those leak-proof pads I bought from Amazon, and it came in a 2-pack, and I gave one to my son to keep on my baby's bed, and then I got one here to keep on his bed here. And even when he on the couch, because he potty training, right? So even when he just sitting on the couch, like one of his favorite spots on the couch or something, I got that. It's like a leak-proof pad. It's really nice and comfortable, and I put it there before he even gets here. And that way, if he have an accident,
a teething baby too is a crying baby, especially when them jaw teeth start coming in. And you didn't hear that baby not one time. And I'm gonna tell you, when my son was cutting his jaw teeth, Lord have mercy, we went through it.
You're right, Linda B. She was on panel screaming and yelling and hollering and crying and everything when she had a newborn. How? Newborns, them babies will wake up. Now, some newborns, they do sleep really, really good and for a long period of time. But you know how people come over to your house or you have a delivery, and if you put a sign out there to say, don't ring the doorbell, and they ring the doorbell, you be about to cut their head off. You like, if you wake my baby up, you putting her back to sleep, motherfucker. Like, Yes. But, so what do y'all think about this? Daughter said, I'm ready for bed now. What's up, Cruiser? Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Daughter said, I got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, so online all day. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, Captain. It ain't happening. I mean, my babies are, I still call them babies, but, they ain't babies. But they 27 and they 23. And when they were younger, I couldn't do it. We was too busy, actually. We was too busy. It wasn't that much online opportunities anyway, unless I was, doing my schoolwork or something, because I went to school full time while raising them. But other than that, we didn't have much time for no YouTube and all that kind of shit. But yeah, I'm just saying all parents ain't the same. Thank you, Zahara. They ain't got to give me no $1 million mansion or nothing like that. I just want to be comfortable and happy. Like I said, if I just add up all the fucking games I attended with both of my sons, that money add up. Like every game is $7. Then you got to buy your popcorn and your hot dog, and then don't let it be a tournament and it's a 4-day tourney and they got 5 games each day. I mean, don't drive out of town. You got to put gas in the car, fill the tank up, pay when you get there. Then you got to turn around and drive back the next day. And all the camps and sending them out of town. Shit. Just reimburse
And
me
for
for
them
all that.
hotel rooms.
Oh,
Oof.
ooh. And then you got to send them money too. You don't just pay for the camps. You got to send them spending money.
Hey,
Oh, and then
Miss
when my son
Raya.
was in college, when my son was in college, like most parents who got children in college, if your child is away in college and they don't work, then I mean, if they don't work, because usually a lot of kids who are freshmen, they don't allow them to work anyway. Some colleges don't even allow you to have a car when you're a freshman, but they can't work. So what are you doing? Anytime they need new clothes, new shoes, new coat, you taking care of them still, like as if they stay at home. So yeah, I mean, if my children were to ever make it big, I would like to just be comfortable and be able to work if I want to work. I ain't gonna try to take all their money and be like, oh hell no, I ain't paying for shit. My house gotta look like this. Nope, I don't want no car unless it's this. I wouldn't be one of those mamas, but they know how their mama is. Kids know how we are. They know what we like. They know what we like. Like you see those videos of the people who have kids and they grow up to be really, amazing at whatever their craft is, and they end up making a lot of money. And they make those videos of when they walk their mama into their house, or they pull up in a car with a big bow on it. Like kids know what their parents like. You ain't even got to tell them. But what I was gonna ask you next, Charlie. Now, something that they had talked about as far as not just from the phone call that Shelly did, but just the Brooke experience. How she said that she planned to break up with Pills in Vegas.
I'm
What
gonna
did
say this one.
y'all think when y'all heard that? Let me know what you thought when you heard that on the phone call. Y'all in the chat, what's up, Miss Ray? Man, in the chat, y'all let me know how y'all felt when y'all heard. And she was laughing and giggling like, I was gonna break up with him in Vegas anyway. That was the plan.
Child, I think she was gonna break her off a little piece or something, cause it's easy, it's there, it's free, right? And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And then I think she was gonna break up with him, come back and claim she was pregnant with another baby. He better be glad he ran. There's gonna be another fake baby out on the streets.
Man, everybody have been saying this was a whole play. And then the fact that remember when Snoop, where my girl Snoop at? Okay, remember when Snoop, she played her or not played, but she showed her text message receipts
Oh
and
yeah, he
how
said
he likes her and Ness,
hmm
right?
he like her and this. Yep.
Ain't no telling who else because it was somebody else. But I think they were from a different sector, right?
Well, he also said that he liked the dark skinned girls better than he liked the light skinned girls. Brooke always
Mm-hmm.
saying she light skinned it. That's what
Mm-hmm.
Brooke say, y'all. I ain't confirming nor denying. I'm just saying what was said.
But that's what was said. That's what was said. I mean, hey. And so when Snoop was showing us all those messages, and he was like really, really into her, and he was supposed to be really, really into Brooke, and it's like people are saying, like when Bree first had her thing, right, for the love of Bree with Lemon, right? Wasn't it with Lemon?
Yep, it
On
was
Lemon
on
State? Okay.
lemons.
So and then the whole thing was, oh, he, sabotaged her show and all this kind of stuff because he wanted to get closer to Ness. He wanted to get in Ness's good graces. Why? And no shade to Ness, but I really want to know why do you feel like you have to do certain things to get close to Ness? Because when it comes to somebody like Ness, as long as you don't fuck over her, Ness is the kind of person like she pretty much, if you try to get on her panel or something, as long as you ain't really done nothing really, really bad to her or something like that, she'll let you on the panel. She's pretty open to people from different sectors, just like Pizza and a lot of them are. They pretty open. And then once you like fuck them over, it's like, okay, fuck you. But why do you immediately got to do some fuck shit to get in her good graces?
I ain't did nothing, and I'm cool with just about everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why to go to this length to get in somebody's good graces? And
You
if
just
you
gotta be
really like
yourself.
Snoop or Ness, just say you really like Snoop or Ness. This was supposed to be for entertainment purposes only. They done hooked you up with a whole married ass woman who, when this show happened, they were really recently separated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. Like it was so recent. Like literally, we break up. Next week, you're on a dating show.
It was
There's
quite
no
literally, I think she
communication
said
with
like a week or two that he
her.
had moved out. She said he moved out in that phone call and said they had been broke up since like March, but he didn't move out until May, until the child graduated, their youngest child. That's what I called. And that's why I said, wait a minute. I thought he was still like, you know, in high school, like he hadn't graduated yet, but maybe he already did. So she ain't got no young kids. So I was wrong yesterday when I said they couldn't get a no fault, because if the kids is grown, they can. They ain't got no custody. But I thought they still had a kid that was living at home that was young, that he was like 9 or 10 now or something like that, or 12, 13,
Hold
something like
up.
that. Shit, I'm gonna mess myself up.
Do you see Mrs. Boyd's comment?
I can't keep up with it all, y'all. It's too much. Somebody
She
help me,
said
please.
the baby went off to college. That's why we don't hear her.
Oh Lord, I can't keep up with the storylines. I'm telling you, it's too much. My
Well,
brain
some
going.
people are so tired of the storyline, but it keeps giving, y'all. It just keeps giving. I'm just saying. I know Miss Ray said she's sick of the damn Brooke story. PDP said I wasn't surprised. Oh, PDP said ghost cousins. What?
I heard she deleted a lot of videos, but I ain't heard about taking down a channel. And she supposedly said that couldn't nobody run her off of YouTube, is what she said. That she was gonna come back, which we already knew
But
that.
who
But
was
now we're
running her off? Who was? I thought that was really strange that she came live, of course, yelling and screaming and all that, all over the top, which she is known for. But when she said, "I ain't leaving, y'all want me to leave? I ain't leaving. I ain't going nowhere." I'm like, who told you to leave?
I have no idea, Chad.
Did one of y'all out there tell Brooke to leave the B sector or get off don't come back, or who did it?
It could have been one of the trolls, but if she crazy enough to listen, I mean, that's you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this in my opinion. If she did come back, way she's burned a lot of bridges, who would she run to? That's a good question to ask.
Child,
Who
I
would
don't
you run
know.
to?
Child.
I mean, she's already said she canceled the Vegas trip. Ness is upset about that, right? Because you started all this mess. And quite literally, I heard Ness say this a few months ago, not even a few months ago, it was a few weeks ago, that she didn't want nobody to start no drama before the Vegas trip. She wanted this trip to go down and be, good. And if Brooke didn't start some stuff, I ain't sitting here. You know she upset about that. You know she is.
Child. The comments is cracking me up. The
I mean,
baby
she
is in the
probably
NFL.
still go to Lemons because he's one of those people that just, he try to be cordial with everybody, but I don't even know if he's upset.
They said a baby is in the NFL. But yeah, Charlie, I don't know. I don't know. If she do, I don't know. It's like, but see, the crazy thing is, you talking about who can she run to? It's crazy because a lot of people on here, you would seem like they would be done with certain people, but they can fall out and all that shit, and then just be clicked back up again.
Yeah, they like to use people for content too. So, I mean, she's an easy person to use for content. That's the way it seems. Because she's not putting it on her own channel, she's doing it on everybody else's stuff. So, she's free content. When they got a slow week, put
Mm-hmm.
Brooke up there. She gonna bring something up. Somebody's gonna, and it's just like you see this with others too. They'll use people. I've seen this in the Mo3 sector. I've seen it over here. I've seen it like people that people don't like. Even if you like, let's say I like a lot of people that people don't like, right? But there's a lot of people in the sector that are controversial figures. Like, for instance, Uppity. A lot of people have her on the panel. Why? So people can pay to get her down.
You know,
She
I
brings
heard
drama.
somebody say the other day, I don't know who it was, but I heard somebody say, like, oh, damn, Uppany's back. Oh, God, I wish they keep her off their panels. I don't know who said that shit, but it was so funny.
That's all
Who?
they say in chat. There's a lot of people who do not like her. And I love Jay Dizzle, but a lot of people will do that about Jay Dizzle. Like a lot of people say that. It's not I love Jay Dizzle, but that don't mean everybody else does. You know
And
what
they
I'm
be
saying?
paying people. They be paying people. Paying these CCs
They
to
do it to
drop
Lady
them.
Wu. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? And I like Lady Wu. Like I know her like I know her. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
She's
I
cool.
wouldn't let her on my panel. Shit.
No, you don't let her on her panel when she's been drinking. If she's sober, she's good.
I wouldn't sober, high, drunk. Not at all. Not at all. But hey, Happy Life, what's up? It said it never fails. I want to see who really shows up for this trip. Oh, Miss Ray, they said, okay, so what do y'all think about this? Okay, Charlie. They said, okay, now Brooke is no longer invited because Ness is upset about her going, to Shelly and talking to Shelly, which is a whole nother thing because some people feel like Brooke Ness don't have a reason to be upset with Brooke because she went to talk to somebody else about her marriage. But I definitely get why Shelly did what she did, why she released the audio, because you over here telling everybody on a public platform that Shelly is a snake. You telling Ness that Shelly is a snake. But then she got you on record and say, you ain't never did nothing to me. I would never do. Like, I want to know who asked Brooke to do interviews about Shelly.
I'm gonna say this. That would be like, if I went on, so like when you have a content creator, you close friends with them, right? That would be like me going on a person's panel that had done you wrong, right? That wouldn't look right. That's not a good look, even to be behind the scenes one. But you can do that, but you have to be one of the people that kind of keep it, kind of like you. They have to be like you, Hood Table, where you keep it separate. You get what I'm saying? But there's not a lot of people in these streets that can do that or are good at that, especially if you're just building something with the said person, or if you're like Nessa stated they wasn't friends like that, right? Um, it was like a YouTube ship kind of thing. But at the same time, you go into her ops does look bad. It
Yeah,
does.
and see, did you see where Bree and even though Bree said she was just passionate, but did you see where her and Sassy kind of got into the back and forth
Now
over
I'm
there in
gonna say
Phoenix?
this. She sounded angry.
He sounded, child. Don't say
I
that too
don't
loud.
don't bite
Bree,
her head
I
off,
didn't say it,
child.
Bree. I didn't say it, Bree. I didn't say it, but I would
I
tell you
said
this.
it, child.
Sassy
Get
was
me.
like, you sound angry. Man, I thought Bree. Let me tell you, I'm gonna just be honest,
I thought she
Bree.
was ready to shake somebody. I'm just saying.
Man, let me tell y'all, when I heard Bree and Sassy over there on pizzas, and when Bree started getting, as she called it, passionate, and Sassy
That
called
was
it
on ODS,
angry.
wasn't it?
Was it ODS? Yep. I'm sorry, that was ODS. My bad. That was ODS channel. And Bree was calling it passionate, and Sassy was calling it angry. Even Jada, she was like, yeah, Bree, it sounded like you was mad, like whatever. But man, if they were like in front of each other, I ooh, I can see Bree rising up.
I
Like,
rise
bitch,
up,
I said what
rise
I
like the
said.
day.
I said what I said. I can just see like,
I can see the
oh,
hand claps. I can see
yes.
the hand claps, the head
You
shaking
know how
sideways.
Bree be
Like,
hitting her thigh? How she be like, like I can see it. Like, oh shit, get out the way, because Bree about to
move,
whoop some ass.
bitch.
I mean, I was like, I was just sitting
Thought she
there
was
listening,
angry
like
too.
I was just sitting there listening, like, damn, how did it go from here to here? And I get that her and Bree didn't totally agree or agree at all, I should say, but Bree is one of those people who once she is set on something, she don't really want to hear nothing else. You know what I mean?
Hard headed.
And I have been like that. I have been like
Stubborn.
that before. But I learned a long time ago to let it go. I'm telling you, I have been like Bree before in a conversation or a topic with family, friends, whatever, co-workers, whatever. And when somebody really tries to make me, not make me believe or feel the way they feel, but when they really try to stress their opinion, I don't even want to hear it anymore. I said what I said. This is what I think. Whatever you're saying don't even matter to me. I just walk away. Okay, you got it. All right. Agree to disagree. Because we have conversations over here on the hood table where sometimes they get a little spicy, right? And what do? All right, we're gonna agree to disagree. Next topic, next
I
conversation.
think me and you
You
have
know,
have
like
agreed to disagree on certain topics.
yes.
But I also neither one of us have raised our voices like that at the other one.
No, I would never do that. I would never do that on here to anybody. I'm cool with never because it's not that serious to me. It's
It's not
really
that
not.
deep. It's YouTube. But
It's
now, if she felt, because I did hear more inflection in her voice when she felt like, um, in her this her words, not mine. When she felt like Sassy was gaslighting her, that's what she said. Even though they talked it out afterward, I did hear more inflection of her getting upset after
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because she felt like you're not going to tell me that my opinion doesn't, is wrong, pretty
Well,
much.
see, what I think when she got to the gaslighting part, she was like because Sassy was telling her you sound angry, and Bree was telling her I'm not
I think
angry.
that made her
And
angry.
that's what made her. That's
You
what
know when
made
you
her right. That's what made her more and more upset. But from the outside looking in, I didn't sense gaslighting.
I didn't
No,
either,
I
but
sensed like everybody thought Bree was angry. Like
I thought she
everybody did.
was.
Everybody did. The people on the panel, the people in the audience,
She was hyped
everybody thought
today,
Bree was.
boo. I'll
She
tell
was
you.
hype. I'm telling you. If this would have been live and we at the restaurant or somewhere at work, I'd be like, "Oh, Bree about to get in that ass. Bree about to get in that ass." Because the way the shit just went. Like, thank God they are on YouTube. And I'm not saying that Ree wouldn't reach down to try to smack the shit out of Sassy or nothing like that. But the way it went, I was
Or the
picturing.
way it felt from. I mean, Bree may have not have felt that way herself, and she may have just been having a hype day. You know how sometimes you just be happy as shit, but it sound like you mad as shit. She might have had one of them days, but to everybody else, because we don't hear her raise her voice like that, we don't hear her use
Yeah,
that
Sassy was like, I've
inflection
been
as
knowing you for
often.
4 years. Sassy was like, I've been knowing you for 4 years, girl. And I know when you're passionate. I know when you're angry. I know when you're happy. I know when you're passionate. And she was just like, my opinion is that you're angry. And I get it because I'm telling you, I thought Bree was about to blow a motherfucking gas. She sounded angry to me.
Well,
And all
most of
I
the
wanted to
time,
say was just drop it. This is what I'm thinking in my head. Just drop it. Just
just
leave
drop
it
it. Please
alone.
don't fight. Y'all been
Just leave
friends
it
too
alone.
long. Don't do it.
But
You
you
know what I'm
can't do
saying?
that. But you can't do that to somebody like Sassy either. Because Sassy is like, I want to be heard. I want my opinion heard, even though we don't disagree. And Sassy, she can get passionate too without, rah, rah, rah. But I get it. They both totally felt differently. Even when Bree said, you're looking at the totality or, instead of just one little thing. And that's what Sassy said. Well, okay, let's look at this one little thing. I still feel like it's fucked up. And I agree. I think it was fucked up. Now, I know people are, having their difference of opinion here, but I understood what Sassy and a lot of people are coming from. Like you telling everybody over here that Shelly is a snake. She ain't no good. You would never talk to her. You would never da 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 da. But then you over here and you're not just talking to her, but you telling her shit like, I would never do an interview with somebody who wants me to ask questions because you ain't never done nothing to me. And I respect you. And even though the green sector is still not around, and even though we don't talk like we used to talk, I'm still loyal. And you never done the fact that she kept saying, you ain't never did shit to me. So how is she a snake? That's it right there. How is she a snake? Why would you tell Ness that she's a snake? And then you go and talk to her for over an hour about your fucking marriage.
Like, how you gonna? That would be like, okay, I'm gonna use myself for an example because I don't like to use other people. You know, I'm friends with you, and let's say Shar in the chat, right? Let's say that. That would be like me going to talk to you or Shar about the other one and talk crap and then go back and smile in your face. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, why would you be talking to somebody if you said those terrible things about them? If you think that terrible about them, why
Thank
would you?
you.
You
And
know you get
Shelly
recorded.
record. And
Everybody know
Shelly
that.
records. Thank you. If Shelly is a snake and you know that she records everything, why would you even go over there telling her all the shit that she told you? And you know 9 times out of 10 she's recording you. Why? I mean, why? And see, Bree thing was, and somebody asked what Bree and Sassy was arguing about, or whatever you want to call it. Bree feels like Brooke has a right to speak to whoever the fuck she wants to about her relationship or marriage or whatever, and she ain't got to tell Ness shit. And what people were saying was, we understand where you coming from, but it's the whole point that she was telling old girl Ness that she's a snake. Like, what is a snake to you? A snake to you is somebody you don't tell your business to, somebody who done stabbed you in the back, somebody who might have snuck your man, somebody who might have lied on you. I mean, you know, just treated you dirty, treated you bald head bad, redhead stepchild bad. That's what a snake is. I can go on and on. So why would you even spend an hour and a half on the phone with them? She even told Shelly that I was going to break up with him once we get to Vegas. Why would you tell that to a snake?
When you know that technically, if Shelly wanted to, she didn't come out till just today, or last night. What was it? Yes, I don't forget what time it was. But anyway, why would you then tell them things when she could have come out whenever she told her this a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whenever, and totally blasted everything?
Exactly. And that's the reason why Shelly brought out the recording, because say you ain't gonna be telling motherfuckers that I'm a motherfucking snake.
That's the only
And
reason
you was
Shelly
just
came
on
out
the
with
phone
it.
with me a little while ago talking to me about your whole marriage.
See, that's why I don't be on them phones, ain't but so many people that I'm gonna be on the phone with, and I'm telling you, ain't nutter on nothing. I ain't doing it.
Yeah. And that's what people were trying to say, Levon. But you know, Bree was standing on her shit. She was standing on her shit, standing on business, you know, with her opinion. And you know, other people feel differently. My thing is we can all agree to disagree. I don't try to take it to a 10, 20, 30 level over some shit. If
I
Charlie
got an
feels
idea though.
differently and we got our strong opinions, or whoever I'm cool with, all right,
Do you
whatever.
think Bree could have
Next
been?
topic. What we talking about next?
Do you think Bree could have been feeding off the chat, and she was just hyped because she was reading stuff? Because there was a lot going on
A
in
lot
that
of people was
chat.
talking shit to Bree in
Yes,
the chat.
and
So,
she could
yeah.
have been feeding off that energy and wasn't directing it towards Sassy. It was just as she was talking about the subject and get passionate, it was coming off that way because of what she was reading in the chat. Because that can happen. I've seen that happen to people before.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. She said she was just feeling passionate. But it just the way it went, I'm telling you, I was picturing they asses in front of each other in a Walmart or somewhere. And I mean, I'm just picturing the shit like, ooh, Sassy would have to roll up her sleeves and Bree got to tie her hair up in the ball. Like if this was real life, like out in the real life outside of YouTube, I'm like, somebody probably would have start swinging and banging by now. But yeah, that was a nice little interaction. But I did feel like, damn, Sassy can't even express how she feels because she getting cussed out and called bitches and all kind of shit. And then she asked for an apology, and Bree was like, "I ain't giving you no damn apology."
I ain't apologizing for shit. That's
Oh,
basically what
she
she
said
said.
we agree to disagree, and that's it. Sassy was like, you owe me an apology, and you called me a bitch.
She said, "Call me 7 more, and we'll be equal."
That's what Bree said. Bree said, well, call me a couple more bitches and then we'll be even. Girl, I was over here. I'm working, right? I'm working. And I'm up here just cracking the fuck up. Like Bree and Sassy had me going. That was very entertaining.
I
But
I like that they had that kind of interaction afterward though, like because it did seem to get really, really heated, and I like the fact that they laughed and joked afterward.
I was glad that it simmered down. I was glad
Hmm.
that it simmered down because it was on a 2030 for a second, and I didn't want them either to walk away from that live without coming to some kind of, okay, let's bring it back down. You said what you said. I said what I said. Let's leave it at that. And then they started laughing and they started talking about, So I was so glad when they brought it back down. Cause
I'm with
I'm
Lavani.
like, don't leave it like that. I was so afraid that Sassy was going to leave the live. Like, fuck this shit, bounce. But that's not Sassy. I shouldn't even thought like that. But somebody else probably would have said, fuck that. Or they probably would have started going off. Like Sassy was trying to understand where was this coming from.
Where was
Anybody else would have just been
disconnect?
her and Bree. They would have been just been going, cussing. Who got the loudest mic? It would have been a whole thing. But Sassy was like, no, I just don't understand where it's coming from. Where's all this energy coming from? We're just having a conversation. But yeah.
Hey,
What's
Happy
up,
Life.
Happy Life?
What's up? What up with it? Smash it, smash it.
Oh, hell.
Don't you start doing that.
Smash these
Hey,
nuts.
hey, Chris is my best friend. I ain't starting no mess. But
Not
hey,
from
Tanya.
Smash these nuts.
She just
go
little,
ahead.
or
Tyler
take
said
that,
she
take that,
was.
take that.
Yeah. Anyway. Even if Bree and Sassy was at Walmart, I mean, hey, Sassy can take a couple of boxing classes, and she can knock Brianna out if she takes some boxing classes. Now, I ain't sleeping on that.
Oh, I'm just saying. When I heard it, I'm thinking like, come on now, y'all done heard interactions like that before, like in your real life. And you be like, it's about to be some furniture moving around this motherfucker. That's all I was picturing. Like, so it's some shit about to hit the fan in about 5, 4, 3, 2. But yeah, it was entertaining. I have to say that.
It
What's up?
was, man.
Dollar, Saladala, how you doing? Come on in. Truth and Reason. What's up? What's good? Make sure you guys are liking and sharing the video. I know a lot of people are live right now, but you know how the hood table is. We got to get in where we fit in, child. No matter who here, we're gonna try to entertain y'all. All right.
Man, I mean, Brianna can get mad at anything, right? If you give her the wrong egg, she'll get mad at it. Or if you tell her to go eat some pizzas, she'll get mad off of that and be on
Oh,
1,000.
do you not like Bree?
No,
Well,
I'm just saying, like she'll get mad at anything. Like that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying like that.
now I heard you got kicked out of the
I
Discord.
heard you got kicked. Yeah, hold up. Is this about you getting kicked out of the Come on, Happy Life. Come
Nah,
on.
that's a small issue that don't have nothing to do with this.
You know we gonna
You
call
expect
you
me to
out.
believe that? You expect me to believe that?
Anything with me and her is like small shit. Like that's small shit. The stuff y'all talking about with her and Sassy, that's big stuff. But with me, it's kind of like smallish. So,
Yeah, and I agree, Levon. She said just playing devil's advocate, even though Brooke sounds hypocritical for calling Shelly a snake without cause, talking to Shelly is still Brooke's choice. And that's what a lot of people agreed on that part. That talking to Shelly is her choice, and she don't really have to tell anybody who she talking to. But don't tell your homegirl. I mean, look at it in real life. Like, don't tell your homegirl that you kick it with all the time. I wouldn't fuck with that bitch because she did this to me or she did to that to me. And then your homegirl find out you over there playing spades with the bitch on Friday night. That's how it looks. That's how it looks.
man, I tell you what, Shelly's a real motherfucker. Because Shelly be like, yo, I got the recording no matter what. We could be cool as nails. This is the motherfucking internet. I gotta have recordings on deck.
Hey, Room Shaker. Hey,
That's what I
Saladala.
said. Zasar said thought I did like her. I don't know why. I think she heard me talking about Ness, but we had another situation like that earlier. Was it Miss who was it? Right to be told, right? Right to be told had hit Shelly's panel, and Shelly was like, I thought you didn't like me. And Right to be told was like, why? Why did you think I don't like you? I wouldn't hit nobody's panel if I didn't like them. So Shelly was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. But, people out here like, okay, Ness did that to me one day, right? She came over here, she hit the panel, and she called it enemy territory. I said, when did we become your enemy over here? Just because somebody on the panel might not like you, I'm not your enemy. I ain't never said I don't like Ness. I ain't never said I hate Ness. I got anything against Ness. I have nothing against Ness. Not at all. I watch a lot of y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nothing against Ness. So when she said she's in enemy territory, I was like, what?
Oh shit. I did the wrong
I
one.
think she got it mixed up by mistake. I think it's one of those off nights that she had, but I don't think she meant.
Yeah, because it don't matter. When it comes to these panels, it's always going to be somebody on here who don't like somebody else. Always. It don't matter where you at, whose panel it is. They're going to be like, oh, I don't really care for that person. Or I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily mean that the channel holder feels the same way. You know what I mean? Like, just like what you had to say about Bree. I'm just listening. Like, you must not like Bree, huh? Like I ain't gonna
Hey, I'm just giving feedback, man. I ain't saying I hate her. Like,
But you
no,
got
we
kicked
pretty
out. You got
cool.
kicked out the chat too. I heard. Now, why the fuck you get kicked out the chat? That's what I want to know. What did you do?
Hey, unless Brianna reveals some evidence or some proof to us, I don't know what the hell to tell you.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Charlie, did you hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
She
Child.
didn't say exactly what I did, so we're trying to find out.
I don't know what you did. That's why I'm trying to figure. I'm just trying to figure out why she kicked you out the Discord.
What you do, Happy Life? Was you
What you
being too
do?
friendly with the women's?
Uh
With the
huh.
women's is
What was you doing? Was you carrying too many bones? Was you stirring up
Nah,
trouble?
I think she's mad at me because I hang out with Ness. That's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
oh, hmm.
I hang out with a lot of people's. Yeah, the hood table I accidentally did that and then I deleted it.
Yes. Oh, hold on.
Damn.
I did the wrong.
Yeah, you'll see it on the third when you
Oh,
scroll
okay,
down.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
deleted it though. I switched it. I
You
was like, oh,
deleted it.
you
Quit
shot I went,
the.
oh my god. I know I did.
I said, you know what? Hold on, Charlie. Where was we at? It was very carry. Very carry. I just deleted it. Deleted it. But very carry was in somebody's chat and she had accidentally dropped the wrong cash app in Deanna's chat.
When you mod for multiple people, it is so easy to
It's so
accidentally.
easy because it's like the last thing. Because a lot of things that we do as moderators, I do it when I moderate. I copy and paste so I can just paste throughout the chat, right? So that's what she did, and she was like, "Oh my god!" and she deleted it. And I said, "Oh, very Carrie, I saw that." And I said, "But don't feel bad because I've done it before.
Yeah,
I
don't
have
feel bad.
dropped the wrong
Everybody's done
cash
it
app in
once.
somebody's chat before, and we don't do it on purpose." So I was like, "I get it. I understand." I understand. I really do. What's up, HBIC Room Shaker? How you doing?
Oh,
Solid Dollar
shade.
said, I'm just here to enjoy the commentary and multitasking. What you multitasking over there doing? I'm about to multitask my ass in the bed in a little bit.
See, here's the thing though. I'm cool with a lot of people on here. I don't try to get in their beefs when they're beefing each other. And I might pop in their chat while they're talking about the other person and say hey to people, but I don't add to the commentary. Like I don't like I might laugh at something because that's just what we all gonna do, right? But people shouldn't get mad at you for laughing at something that was funny. That's like going to a comedy club and they roasting me, myself, and I'm gonna laugh at them roasting me.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
if I walk into a chat and somebody roasts me, I'm gonna be laughing about it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But like I'm not gonna, what do you call it?
That's how
Put
Ness
you.
moves. You either with her or for her or against her. Yeah.
She don't do that to me, but I also don't claim I'm a finesser either. But
Mm-hmm.
see, that's the thing. If you claim you in the group, right? And you a hard hitter for me, right? See, I'm adjacent. I'm cool, right? But I'm not in the group. And I won't claim that because that would be against who I'm for, if that makes sense. I can't do that,
Yeah.
right?
I've
So
heard being a
if you
freelancer is one of the best things.
be a
It
freelancer,
is. It is a free.
look at
It's a
Molly.
free world. Like
Molly's one of my favorites.
when I first got into the B sector, again, it wasn't the sector. So I
Yep.
really didn't come from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know how like Jay Wilson be like, I'm your blog father. To some people, I'm your blog father, like Tracy, or some people who came from like when I came in, I was watching so many people, and then it just merged into this beef sector. And I've always, like from day one with my very first YouTube channel, I was always everywhere. Like
Ev-
everywhere. Always. And
Everybody
I
sees
still
you as a
am.
neutral party. That's what
Yeah, I
everybody
still
sees you
am.
as. And
Yeah, I
now,
still am. And I'm neutral. I've always been neutral. I go here, I go here. Okay, you might like, and we done been like happy life. I don't know how long you've been in this sector, but like in way, way, way in the back of the day,
oh,
in
you
the
had
back
to
of the
pick a
day,
side.
people were more like, okay, you either with me or you get me. If you like that person, then you can't be in my chat. If you like, that's how it was. And so I just went everywhere. I literally went everywhere still.
And
Oh, so the old B sector was like you either with us or
Yep.
against us. Nowadays you can be a freelancer, do whatever the fuck you want, and then it's like we welcome you. Back in the old days, it was like hell no, it's
But you
either black
know,
or motherfucking white.
but you
well,
know
back
when
in
it
the
all
day,
changed, and Charlie and anybody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because I always stand to be corrected. But when it really changed was when VS left.
yep.
Oh
And
god.
there was
Everybody
so
started
many
becoming
people who were
friendly.
saying, anybody can come to my chat. Anybody's welcome to my chat. Anybody can drop down. Everybody's welcome. That's when all that shit started. And that's when all that shit started. Now, again, y'all
Technically,
can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you,
I'm gonna
that's the way
answer.
I remember it.
This person in the chat said, "Was the black sector abuse?" Technically, the black sector was first, but we didn't know about them, and they didn't know about us, kind of situation. And then we intermingled. The beef sector started when Kaya and T.S. Madison started beefing.
Yep.
So technically, they say that the black sector technically goes back to like way, 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 way back. That a lot of those people have been knowing each other for years and years and years and years. So I'm
And the
not
beef
sure.
sector
I
only been
can't tell
around.
you their exact inception date
Uh-huh.
like I can ours because I'm beef sector. So I can't tell you theirs like I can ours.
Yeah, the beef sector is like 8 years old, give or
Yes,
take. Yep, it's
but
about 8 years old. Because I was following a lot of people. I was following Maddie. I was following Kaya. I told this before, but then I started following Jay Wills. I started, Miss Gina. I used to love Miss Gina, Queen of Talks. And then there's different people. VS. I remember when they was doing their skits and they was doing their talent shows and they was doing. I mean,
I
a
did
lot
some
of
of those
people.
skits.
Jay Wilson. I remember when Jay Wilson used to come over here. He had church every Sunday. I mean, I remember a lot of shit from way back in the day, and
We had
it was
groups back
like
in the
you
day
either
too.
people were serious about their camps back then.
We
They
had
were really
groups.
serious about their camps.
Happy Life, the only way you could have been a free agent back in the day, I'm going to go ahead and pre tell you, is if you were not a moderator for any specific
Yep.
content creator and you were just moving around to everybody. You didn't get involved with the beef because we have a few people here that are like that and that have been here for years. They never got involved in none of the crap. They stayed out of it. They were cool with everybody. The hood table was one of them. Now I chose a side, and the hood table knows that back in the day, the very first person in this sector, whoever gave me a shot, and I always give her flowers for this, and like invited me in and was just so kind and everything. It was BS. BS was the first person in the sector that I moderated
And
for.
she is right, because back then, a lot of our Caucasian sisters and brothers weren't
We
too
were not
welcome.
accepted, baby.
They
Ooh,
were
I
not
can't
too
help.
they were not too accepted. People would look at them from a side eye. Why the fuck are you here? Where you come from? You know, stuff like
How'd you
that.
find us?
Yep, yep. Charlie and
Well, damn, y'all. I went like a small little story, but I went on Seven Stars panel a while ago. It was a while ago, and how could you not? They said, "This is your first time here. Who are you?"
Oh, they do that to everybody now. But
Yeah,
back in the day, it was because I'm gonna explain to you the beef sector back in the day. It started out smaller, right? And everybody knew everybody. You knew who was in whose camp. You knew who what the trolls were. You knew like pretty much everything, right? Um, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger, and people started, coming over here, and um, and then you had like new content creators coming up, uh, from the originals, and so that's why when some people say like I birthed you or this or that, it's because they came from the camps, because there was like 5 major camps at the time. You either came from Club Chat, Babe Nation, TSCC, which is what I was a part of. Uh, what was some of the other, what do you remember Miss Gina's name for her people?
um Miss Gina, Queen of Talk. What was her
And then
name?
Mona Simone had her brains.
Yeah, Mona Snow was the brains.
I forgot Miss Gina's people's name. But you had like major content creators with certain groups like that. And most
Mhm,
people came from one or the other. And then you
mhm,
had some pop outs of content creators who, it wasn't long after those groups were formed that some of them popped out on their own. And you have Deanna, and you had a bunch of others, you know what I'm saying, that just started making content. You had Kwani never had a name for her people, I don't think. Um, I don't remember. There's a lot. There's a lot that popped out right after that. That just, and it just Miss Dovey, and she's got her scooters, and you know what I'm saying. And Brianna's got Pettyville now, and Nessa's got her finessers, and Bless Watkins. I forgot what she called her people. Lady Nika calls hers the Den. You know what I'm saying? Then
yeah, but back
eventually,
then we had about, I want to say maybe 5 to 6
yeah, it was like 5 or 6
main
groups. Yeah.
like the big groups was maybe 5 or 6, and you didn't cross territories. Not the
Mm-mm.
ones who were really die hard. There were
Oh,
some like me.
child.
There was a lot like me who went wherever, but there was some who would step foot in the ops, as they called them, the
You
ops
wouldn't
chat.
catch me in the ops chat back then,
You
because
would
that's how you
watch,
got kicked out of a group. That's how a lot of people
yes,
got
you
kicked
would
out of groups.
watch, you would watch, but you bet
well,
not drop
damn. That's
your
probably
ass.
how I got kicked out.
You bet not drop your ass down. Bet not nobody see your ass over there and report it back to that content creator.
What you
Mhm.
doing over there? That's what they'd say.
Damn.
And like you would just get like, let me say it like this. Back in the day, it was a lot more brutal than it is now. Nowadays, it's a lot more chill. People are going to everybody's channel. People are cool with people, and like as long as you don't like interject yourself in the beef and you stay out of it, they won't like go after you. But back in the day, even if you just dropped down in that person's chat and said hello, that was enough for you to get kicked.
And don't even like, if it's me and Charlie and we ops and one of my people's drop down on Charlie's chat, Charlie would block their ass so fast. The fuck you
Mhm.
doing over
We
here?
used to have oh, remember when we had TSCC only chats
Uh-huh.
before they even had a such thing as
Before you can
members
actually
only.
set it up on StreamYard or something like that, before you can manually do it, people will be like, if you ain't whatever this
So
group is, don't even think about dropping down the chat or you will get blocked. Mm-hmm.
before I became TSCC, when I was just a hang around, I'd been hanging around for a while before they, accepted me and got me in the group. When I dropped down in the chat one day and I didn't know it because I didn't hear VS say it. It said, And one of the mods at the time said, "Charlie, go back to the clouds, baby. We love you, but go back to clouds." Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Back to the clouds I went. Child, I didn't say nothing else for the rest of that life.
I remember. I remember. Now,
Because
PDP
I've been
said,
around the whole time. I just wasn't.
mhm.
I was scared at first when I first came to Big Sector. Let me tell you the truth. I was scared to drop down in some chats and even type. I was like, I don't know how they're going to accept me. You know, I'm a white girl. And I was openly white. Let me say that. Because we had some white people that was here that was not openly white at the time. They didn't come out 2 years later.
Yeah, and then you find out, like, so they done came out the closet like a gay person. They done came out the closet. Oh, you white?
I
Like,
swear.
but yeah,
That,
PDP said it was like that in the black sector. But if you drop down, you would get roasted and or blocked. Yep. That's how it was.
Damn, man. I remember, like I said. So, one small story. So, when I went on Seven's panel and Trish hit the panel, smash it and shit. When I said I came from Raw B, how could you not? They were hyped to get me up out of there. Because Trish and Raw B did not like each other. And I did not know.
child, you got to be
I'm
careful
telling you.
with that. You got to be careful because if you say, like, there are people that have me blocked just because of my association, not because of me or anything I have done. This sector is very, very iffy if they know you're with a specific group and you pop down and if they don't like somebody. I'm just telling you, be careful. Just be careful because you knew. I'm trying to help you. And don't be behind the scenes like talking a lot of stuff because they will screenshot what you say if you say the wrong thing about somebody and put it
Yep.
up on blast. Stay off them phones.
Man,
That's one thing I learned.
Charlie, I seen that with Shakim, MBK, and Binary, man. There'll be some shit behind the scenes, man. Shakim be snitching, screenshotting people. Like, man, tell me about it.
Yeah, so sister, that was just like me. I
Same
belonged
being
everywhere.
super
I didn't
chat.
have no camp. Couldn't nobody claim me because I was all over the place. But then I started this newer channel, and it was the same thing. I was still all over the place and still am. And I just go in and out to the people who I like.
That's because you a
But yeah,
special case, the hood table. Everybody loves you because you impartial and you don't get in the beefs. There's not a lot of people that can do that though. You one of those people. I could probably name on two hands the people who can do that.
Mhm. And sometimes people don't like us ones who try to be as neutral for the most part. Still, people sometimes we might say something. People like, oh, fuck that, the hood table. We still get clapped back sometime, and I take it. I take it because I know that as a content creator, everybody's not going to like what you have to say. So you gotta accept that, when you're a content creator, even if you're trying to just talk about what you heard or what you saw. People still sometimes can be like, "Why are you over there talking about me? Why are you over there?" That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And so, sister said, I still like Mona. I'm
Man,
gonna.
I ain't heard nothing about Mona since that, when she fake unalived herself.
I
Um
ain't fuck.
I I ain't heard no. That's how long it's been since I've even seen her channel. I don't even know if she still got the same channel.
Leave that one
And
alone.
yeah, and then when Sweet Ma and Tasha K was going to see Tasha K used to be
I
down here.
remember
That's
that
how I
beat.
found the sector was
I
because of
remember that
Tasha
beat.
K.
Mm-hmm.
And VS helped with that one.
I
Did you
used to
know
watch
that?
Sweet
You
Ma
mean
all
that
the time. Yep.
Tasha K with Carly B?
Yeah,
Yep.
Tasha K. She used to be down here.
I remember when Sweet Ma. You know what? I used to like watching Sweet Ma, but Sweet Ma, she just always came across to me as a victim a lot.
She
She would be out here doing her thing and doing her videos, but she was one of those people who once she got stuck on someone, she would do like a million videos on you, and she would be. It's not just commentary; it's dragging and That was sweet mom. She wasn't always sweet. And but when she had her homegirl, her best friend with her, them was the best shows to me. What was her best friend name again?
I don't forgot that child name. I
Was it Deb? Was it? Oh my
yeah,
God! What was Sweet
the
Mom's best friend? The dark skin, the pretty, beautiful dark skinned lady.
Hey Informant
Um,
Sugar.
I can't remember her name. But what's up? How you doing, information? What up, Gris? What up? How you doing? Yes, Mona is still alive, child. You know she got 9 lives, just like a cat. Shit.
But
I'll
yeah,
never
like
forget
we
when
used to
Jay
have
Wilson was on that cruise, and we had just heard the news that Mona Simone, by way of her, was that her wife at the time? Were they married then? I think.
I
I think
think
they
so.
were married. Yeah. So by way of her wife, we have found out that allegedly, because she didn't say she died, she didn't say she dead. She just was allude to different things like, oh, I miss the way we used to do this, and I used to love how we used to do this, and I did, you know. And I remember when her wife was like, I don't know why y'all thought I was talking about she was dead. I was just saying, it was some bullshit. It was some bullshit.
Hmm.
But Jay Wilson was on his cruise. I remember he was like distraught. Queen Gina was crying. It was so many people around here crying and shit. And I had made my video that day. And I said, I don't believe that Mona's dead. I never
A
forget
lot of people said that.
that was on my other YouTube channel, my first channel, and I said, "See, that's how long I go in the B sector." I mean, I was like, I made my video. I said, "I don't think she did." And once we found out the truth, shit, I came back on and
Oh, people was clowning her.
I straight clowned
Ooh.
her ass too. And I ain't been. I mean, from the wheelchair money to the money she took from what's that dude name? The one who came out and said he had the 3-letter words or whatever. Uh, the dude with the glasses, the nerd. What's his name? Jaded nerd.
Oh, Jade. Yeah,
Remember
Jade.
he
I can
owed her
see
like how many
Jaded
thousands
Nerd.
was
Yeah.
it? It
He's
was a
still
lot.
around. I
Yeah,
can
he's still
see him.
around.
Okay.
And he still got that OnlyFans showing that big old dick.
You know what's crazy about the
Don't
situation?
tell me. Don't
Have you?
tell us that.
Child,
He.
he's still
We
over there on
had
Twitter showing that big old dick. Every time I see his damn shit come down my timeline, it just be swinging and banging. I'm like,
that part
damn.
super chat. They pinned
It's,
it on all
I tell
Tracy.
you one
Remember?
thing. He might
They
be a
used.
nerd, but that dick ain't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Charlie.
I was agreeing with super chat. They pinned it on Tracy. Remember? They used to say Tracy was the troll of our sector. They called her the troll because she was always in something. But then we had there's a lot of big names that you probably know Happy Life that came from the beef sector. Like they started here first. Um
I mean,
we've
I know raw B so far.
Armand Wiggins started here. Um we've had a bunch of the like big celebrity gossip blogger people. We've had a lot of them. Um
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like a lot of them were here first and then
Remember
they
Loch
built
Ness
themselves.
Blockhead Boss Lady?
Oh man, Kamisha Reviews is her name now.
Yeah,
I love
commission reviews.
Lockhead.
Mm-hmm. I still remember when she won that twerk contest against Five.
That
Remember
was
that?
funny.
Mm-hmm.
She used to get it though. She used to be the one that would twerk all night long. I swear, I loved her though. She had a good energy about her. Michelle ATL. Yep, Michelle.
Oh, I love me some Michelle ATLian, but sometimes I don't watch her because she always talks about the same shit.
Yeah, we had a lot of like big names that came out of the beef sector telling the truth.
ATLian, she is really good if you want to stay on like the housewives shit, anything Atlanta. Anything Atlanta. But I used to do the Housewives TV show reviews, for years on my TV show review channel. So I was always over there because she would have a tea and she would have like Nene and uh Nene and Porsche. She would have like different people. What's his name? Peter Thomas. She would have all of them on her shows, interviewing them and shit. But I got to realize that that's her. I don't want to call her a one trick pony because that would not be fair because she got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. She really popular, right? But it's like if it ain't Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sometimes she ain't talking about nothing else. So I'm like, I'm tired of hearing about Nene and Portia and all the other bullshit, Sheree and her house that she never got built, but I think she finally got built. But so I kind of strayed away a little bit. But yeah. Now this person in the background, I ain't even gonna let your ass up. Cause
Hey, Machiavelli.
your channel name, just because of your channel name, TC's Big Dick. Come on now.
Not like that. We can't have that
I'm
on
scared
YouTube.
to let you up. I don't even think I can do it because you keep turning your camera on and off, on and off, on and off. I think you trying to porn bomb me. So yeah,
Not unless you put your banner up first.
no,
You are not going to put
today,
the
Satan.
hood paper's
Not today,
livelihood on the
Satan.
line. No, thank you.
Not
We
today, Satan.
She is blessed and highly favored, and not today, Satan. It ain't happening.
Get thee from behind me.
Whose Xbox just turned on?
Oh, wow.
Was
I
that
don't
your
know.
Xbox?
I don't got an Xbox.
Yeah.
I got PlayStation.
I heard it. See, child, I play too many video games not to
So we
know
got
the
an
sound.
Xbox, but it probably got dust on it because that thing ain't been played with in years. They be on that PlayStation over here.
Oh, so she not on YouTube, Soul Sister. See, I ain't seen her in years. Like it was right not long after that. Some other stuff happened. I forgot all of what it was, but after that, she did away with not really posting anymore or anything. So I totally
because
forgot
after that shit, she lost all her subscribers. Remember the girl
her
that had
mods.
cancer with the one that was always doing the fingernail videos. What was her name? She left too. You know what I'm talking about? She had got into it with Brie or Pizza or
and Pizza used to go by Pizarro back in the day.
Right. But the one who
that's why we call her that. Happy
Life. She was a ride or die with
okay.
one of her moderators. And I was like, now somebody up in the chat called Mona Simone, and all I see is they damn nose. Come on now. Y'all tripping.
So the B-Sector started in 2005 or maybe like...
That was like 2008
no,
or 17.
It was like 2017, somewhere around there.
2016,
2017, somewhere around there.
It was a long time ago. We don't forget.
2017 will put us at about 7 years, and it was about 7 years ago, about 8 years ago. So I think for the most part, 2017.
I can tell you a little bit. VS has been back for a year and a half now. She was gone for 3, and she was here for about 3. So it's been about 7 years.
I know just Krista been putting in work.
That child.
Maybe not.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Now, I didn't know just Krista when she was BBW. I don't remember
I didn't either.
her.
Yeah,
I do not. I don't know if I said hey to her back then. I might have, but I did too. Super chat. I left when VS left. I only came back occasionally checking on folks. I'd pop over, check on people. I'd look into chats, but I didn't drop down much. But I'd be like, okay, they all right. I'd try to get a little update here and there, what was happening in the sector. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel right being here, her not being here for me. That was my personal thing, That was my homie. And I didn't like the way that went down.
I understand.
Well, at that time,
I didn't like it either. And
I was going through things
all the time. People used to hate when I voiced my opinion about it. But I voiced my opinion.
I was having trouble with my liver again, right? And I was having problems with my gallbladder. I ended up getting it out in 2019 though. But at the time when that happened, that was when it started, if that made sense. And so I was going back and forth to doctors trying to figure out what was going on. And I was really sick at the time. So I literally was gone that one day that it happened. One day now. One day. Just one day. I come back the very next day. or a couple days after that, I think it was like 2 or 3, and I see her channel's gone. I'm like, what? I've been wondering why I ain't got no notification. You know what I'm saying? Social media gone. I'm like, what the? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I was like flabbergasted. I didn't. I had to go look at some troll page to find out what happened. I was heartbroken.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot. It was a lot going on, and every time somebody was mentioning about outside, that was fucked up. And I still don't trust that Kiki. This fuck her. And I always felt the same way ever since. Ever since. That's why that Kiki, I never had it for her.
I
Never. And
will
I don't care.
never have it for
People can
her.
tell me a million different ways. Oh, she didn't have no. She's innocent. Shit. Nobody. For y'all, people was talking all that shit. Oh, she didn't have nothing to do with it. It was all Sheree. It was all, it was these people who called the court or whatever. But as soon as BS come back, who's stalking her?
Mm-hmm.
Who's trying to get her back in trouble? Immediately. Like your ass was under a rock for how long? And then as soon as she come back. You
I
can't
ain't
tell
got
me. You
nothing for
can't
that lady.
never make me believe that bitch didn't have some. Nope. You can't never. She worked with somebody. She worked with somebody. And that Shireen, I don't trust her ass. I ain't got it for her either. Never did. Never did. She dropped down in this bitch, block her on site. I'm so serious. Never
Oh,
had it
trust
for
me,
her
I
either.
would, girl. I'd be like, no, I'd be done text you in the back because I don't block people in your chat
Don't
unless you tell me
text
to.
me. Don't text me.
I'd be like, can I block this bitch?
I don't care if it's a troll with her name. Block them. You ain't even gotta ask.
Knocking.
You ain't even gotta ask, and that's on my mama in heaven.
On my hood.
On my
I look
mama.
fly. I look good.
I
Hey,
look good. Trust my
hey,
swag. Christian hood. On my mama. On my hood. I look fly.
hey,
I look
Shakim
good.
didn't know that.
Hey, hey.
Shakim didn't know that
hey.
song, child. Shakim and
He
he was
did?
like, no, he was like, what's that song? Because me and Jay Dunn both popped out the song when I was over there on her live, and we was like, on my mama, on my hood.
That used to be my shit. That used to be my shit. Like when I was in between the bitch, you too grown to be bouncing and rocking to this shit, but I'm still like young enough to be like, nigga, on Lothar Block, nigga, on, all that shit. We throw up our hoods and shit, back in the day. But I'm like, that was my shit right there. And every time we had a party or get together, barbecue or whatever, that was like our shit. Like everybody, I got family members on all sides of the gangs, right? We have a few of them throw it up the B, a few of them throw it up the Z, but we all family. But in the streets is one thing. As far as family, it's a totally different thing. But
Yep. My daddy
but
always had a
anyhow,
rule: you don't fly your colors in this house.
uh,
This is
my
new
my
He
shit
my
didn't
here.
play that
rule,
savage.
to the old heads in our family who weren't affiliated with that type of shit. You can have your colors and all that shit, but don't come in their house sagging.
Oh yeah, man, pull them britches up. My granddaddy used to be the worst word about that. Pull them pants. My
Mm-mm.
daddy, girl, I was walking to school one day, right? Because I used to live right behind the school when I was in middle school, right? And so my daddy would walk me to school every morning and come up there and we'd walk back every afternoon because I didn't live but like shoot less than a block from the school. Like it was just short walking distance, right? So what was the use of driving when you can walk? And there was this young boy out there. Well, he wasn't young. He was like 18 or 19 trying to holler at them 7th and 8th grade girls. Let me say it this way. First off, my daddy didn't like that. Um, he too old to be talking to them young girls. But he was out there and girl, he had everything showing. I mean, my daddy turned around and looked, boy, pull your pants up. I don't want to see your butt.
I can stand it. If you came over my house now, I'm from the hood, so I get it. I get it. I get it. But if you came over my house, you better pull them shits all the way up like Urkel before you set your ass on my motherfucking furniture. You can
Well, he also
sag all the
said
fuck you want, but your drawers is not gonna touch my furniture.
he also told him saying, what you doing out
I
here
didn't play
talking to
that
them little
shit.
girls like that? You old enough to be
Man, that
too old.
furniture got the Holy Spirit. Y'all better not sag them damn draws in there.
Well, you know
That's
what
how
that
my
means,
grandma
right?
was. My grandma would go off. If you don't pull your doggone pants up, she better grab a broom, chase you around the house till you pull your pants up.
You know
Shit.
where sagging started, right?
Yes, we know.
In prison
Mm.
to show you was ready.
Yep.
You was
Mm.
advertising.
Ready and willing. Mm.
They were doing them ditties. in the, that was their ditty.
Shit, that was like the come here, Poppy. You want some of this? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I can't stand people who sag either. As a woman of my age, even when I was younger, like when I was young, okay, I never dated I dated guys who sag, but it wasn't to the extreme. It was like maybe a little off the hip. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
because
I
like they
never,
got too crazy with it.
I never found. I don't care how fine you was, what kind of whip you was driving. If I could see your entire ass and you gotta walk with your legs spread apart like the Red Sea,
How you
so
gonna
your
run from
pants
the
won't fall
police?
down. I used to hate that. They'd be like a damn penguin walking because they legs so wide to keep their pants from falling down. No, I can't do that type of sagging.
You want to know what my daddy used to tell him? He'd talk to him. Say, "Here's my thing for you too, son." He goes, "I get it's a style and everything, but how you gonna run from the police if you had to run? Cause your pants gonna fall off,
You
and then
have
they
to
gonna catch you."
take them shoes off, snatch them pants off, and run around in your boxers. That's what the fuck you would have to do.
Daddy said they
Yeah.
gonna catch you. You can't run.
And Super Chat said, it took a group to take VS out, and they are still, yep, people are still working against her. That's true.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I will always have VS's back because that's my homie. That's my sister from another mister.
Yep. And so, sister says some people are like a bad penny. Once they're in the B sector, they here forever. You know what? One thing Snoop said, and I know y'all done heard other people say it before too. But one thing Snoop said, ain't no victims in the B sector, only volunteers.
And I'm
Now
gonna
I
say this:
believe
ain't
that
none
is
of us
true.
innocent. All of us has done some kind of dirt behind the scene. We can't claim that we innocent little children. We all gossip. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Every one of us. That's why we in the beef sector because we love. It's like watching your favorite reality TV show.
And we love to see a train wreck. It's
Yeah,
like we love to see a train
And
wreck.
we love some fuckery and shit hit
Yes.
the fan.
Yes, but what do y'all think about this? Okay, this is the last thing I want to talk about, Brooke, for today. And then Super said, tell it. Yes. Okay. So, hold on. What's so sister say? I love babies, and when they start to bring their 6, 7, 8-year-old with them on the show, I'll be leaving. If I wanted to see kids, I go home. I know that's right.
Mm.
I know that's right. But you know what? What did y'all think about what Brooke had to say to Shelly? Well, Shelly hasn't revealed it, by the way. But she said that she was talking shit about some people who's also going on a trip.
that's what I want to hear.
So they
That's
were
the
trying to
real
figure
tea.
out, is it Lolo or is it this person or is it this person? Because it's supposed to be a female.
See, that's gonna be the good tea. That's what I'm waiting on. This other recording, it was okay and all. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I liked what Shelly said more than the recording itself. If that makes sense.
Yes, me too. I like what she was saying in between the recording. Yep.
But that's what I'm waiting on. I want to know who she was talking, because you on the phone for 2 hours. You done said something.
2 hours
You done
with a
said.
snake, though. 2 hours with a snake. I can't get over that. They're a snake, but I'm on the phone with them for 2 hours.
I ain't been
Tell
on
them
no
all my
phone with no
damn
snake for
business.
2 hours.
Tell them all my damn business. And you're not just telling your business to a content creator in the B sector, but you know they record everything. Like,
I don't be on the phones like that. I don't. BS
yes.
taught me that a long time ago, and she also said, "Be careful being in them chats." Even see, Happy Life, you don't know this. These discords, these content creators got nowadays, they were not the originals. We had an original one that was started by, and if she's still in the chat, she could say I'm right. Mama sipping and daughter here had the
Daughter
first
here.
Discord in the beef sector.
Yep. And
Wow.
I don't think daughter here still in the chat because she said she had to go to bed or get some rest. But Yeah, the mole is not Brooke, Ness, or Lemon. I don't know who the mole is. I don't know who Brooke was talking about, but Fran said it. That's her ace in the motherfucking hole.
Damn.
Thank you, Super Chat. How could Brooke not know any better? I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's like
See, this is why my ass is in the neutral zone and a hood table member, because I get to sit back on the sidelines, eat my fucking popcorn, and just watch the storm come.
I know
if you
that's right. And
set
I appreciate your membership. I appreciate all my members, friend. What's up, member? Hey, but yes, I appreciate all my members, including you as well, Happy Life. And you have to be like that sometime. I mean, Happy Life, I don't know if you have a channel or if you ever thought about doing commentary or anything like that, but I try to, of course, I get my opinions sometimes, and sometimes I might be a little biased to my faves, but for the most part, I try to just talk about what we see and what we hear. And if something don't sound right to me, though, I'm gonna be opinionated. But for the most part, that's what I try to do. I try. But it can be a
I
little hard
mean, I
sometimes.
mean, I did try to do a channel. It was back in 2012 and 13, and the reason why it didn't work out is because it's a lot that goes into it. I thought it was easy at first, but you actually have to edit the content, write the titles down, and then it's just a certain ways that you have to do your videos. It's like if you do it one way, why am I not getting no views? That's because you have to do it this, that, and that, and the title has to make sense within the video. And you have to entertain people at the same time and figure out revenue and all that other stuff. So
Right.
I
Yep.
was like, nah, not for me. But I do
Uh,
do things outside of it that
yeah.
is business stuff.
And
So,
we got another new member. Thank you, Super Chat VS3 Sector. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Boo. Thank you
Do you
guys.
remember when Duchess Kelly Love used to sing the super chat? Thank you for the super chat.
Oh yeah. Hold on. How did it go? Thank you for the super chat.
super
Thank
chat. Thank
you.
you for the super chat. Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Something
For
like
the super chat. Yeah, and he I used to love his little videos when he would do that. It was so cute. I miss Duchess a little bit, which I think he got another channel, but it's just like he's taking a
frustrated.
step back because they keep taking his
Yeah.
channels.
He's
And
frustrated and I understand, but
I
it's
miss
like
him.
sometimes you just have to revamp yourself.
I miss Charlie.
If the same theme is constantly not working for you, sometimes you just have to revamp yourself. And we love talking the shit over here, talking about certain things, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what was the main thing that kept him from being demonetized, but I wouldn't give up if I was him. I would start all over. I would start from the bottom if you have to, but just kind of when you starting back out to get monetized, just be careful with your commentary because I like I say all the time, we could be on here just a cussing a mile a minute. And after I finish this video, I go look to see if it's full monetized or partial monetized. And 99.99999%, like Maury Povich show, it's monetized. And it don't matter how much cursing and shit we talk about on our videos. The only time I get usually partial monetization, like, the other day I did the story of the lady here who left, the foster lady who left the little boy in the car and he passed away in the heat.
Yeah.
That was partial because of the subject.
Oh yeah, and
If we talk about R. Kelly, if we talk about, P. Diddy, if we talk about different things like that has to deal with a certain subject, it
yes,
might
I
get
know
partially monetized. And not all of them. It just depends on the
the
content.
content.
But for the
Yeah,
most part, you can be out here hooping and hollering and cussing and screaming and yelling and everything else, and you'll be fully monetized on YouTube. So
They've also a lot of the channels that talk about stuff like that. They've said in the past that like the disappearances and looking for and children and stuff like
yep.
that.
Hmm.
Those channels, I'm not going to speak on it fully because they like to demonetize for that.
Right, right.
Um, but they've demonetized the entire channels and they can't even make money off the channels anymore, which is crazy because there's a whole sector for that. I don't know if you know that. There's a
And that's
whole
when I
sector
would
for
have
that.
me that's when I would have me 2 or 3 channels. I would have one focus on stuff like that because I understand why, but it's like I also enjoy those type of shows. Like okay, remember the story where the lady in the hospital, she had passed out, the black lady, she was in the hospital for hours. She passed out, she fell on the floor, security guards, doctors, everybody walked past her, visitors, everybody. And she just laid there sprawled out. It was on video from the camera footage in the hospital. Just sprawled out on the floor. She had blood clots that went from her leg to her lungs, and she passed away in the hospital. And the family sued for millions. I don't remember how many, but millions. This happened about maybe 15 years ago. So shows that I had forgot all about that story, and then the other day I saw it on somebody's YouTube channel. And so what they do stories like that, just different stories of things that happen to people, and I'm sure they get demonetized. But they also
Hmm.
have like their Cash Apps, they have their PayPals, they have their Apple Pays, they have things like that, so they can still receive some type of, you know, money or whatnot.
Funding.
But I would create separate channels, one talking about something else, maybe, and
There's this one channel that does that. Her name is Mango something or another, and she has one called Rotten Mango, one called something else. And one of her channels does like true crime stuff with stuff that I can't mention because But and then she has another channel, and that channel she talks about like creepy pastas and stuff like that. Scary stories. She gets paid probably for that one, and the other channel not because of the
yeah.
subject matter.
And
Yep.
that's how you got to do sometimes. Like if you really want to be monetized on here, but you also still want to give certain content, just have 2 different channels and have one where you can just talk and have fun and maybe talk about more positive shit, and then have your other channel where it's not so positive. You might be talking about disappearing people or things like that. But it's just something to think about. I mean, I know a lot of people like DKL. And a lot of people probably miss Charlie and his little puppy. Not our Charlie, but his little puppy.
I
But
love Charlie the doggy.
yeah. So I don't
He
know.
could
I hope he
totally
doesn't care about.
he could totally start a channel for Charlie because Charlie is just
Yes.
super adorable. He could also start a channel with him and Ken talking about their life. I love his
A
mom
couples
also.
channel. Yes, a couples channel. I mean, if I was a couple, I might try to talk my guy into let's start a channel. But then again, most guys that I've dated and messed around and fooled around with and had babies with, they ain't into that shit. They ain't into that YouTube, that social media. They might got a Facebook page and an IG, but they ain't into just being all vocal and stuff like that on YouTube. They like sit in the cut. Nah, babe. You do that. That's your shit.
That's mine. He knows I'm on here. He knows when I do lives with you. I tell him about the drama sometimes that's going on here because it's me. And he just shakes his head like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how they do too. And it's like the thing is, like, see, that's why a lot of people cannot believe. Like, there are people still wondering: is Malik in on this? Is Pills still on this? I mean, it's like every other day, my mind is like, Pills on it. No, he's not in it. He's in it. No, he's not in it. Malik's in it. Like I do think that
Malik and
Pills.
Brooke are running plays throughout the sectors. Like,
Yes. And then they talk about she did this shit in another sector. I'm like, what sector? Then they said she was in the entertainment and she was in the R. Kelly and she was in the, different sectors like that.
The Kanika Jenkins.
The KJ sector, yep.
Hmm.
So child, I don't know. I don't know. I just know this. I know this. I know Brooke is one of those people who come on here and will be like, "This my real life," da 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 da. But she keeps giving the content, providing the content. If it ain't her, it's Malik. If you don't want your real life on here, just stop talking about it.
They can't.
It's simple. It's easy. Just stop talking about it. It's so simple.
You know what? You know what I think? I think this whole thing would have been avoided. Like, let's say, all right, Brooke wanted a dating show. If I'm Malik, I'm like, I'm not tripping on the shit. You know what? I'm gonna start my own dating show at Lemons. And if she gets jealous, I don't give a fuck because I'm looking for love too. So you looking for love, I'm looking for love. If you're not happy with me, then I'm not happy with you. I'm finding love, you finding love, and we just do our thing. I wouldn't even care about the pills. Like, are you relationship with Brooke? Like, I wouldn't really trip on that. Like,
But see,
I'll find another woman.
I think Malik really thought this shit was entertainment purposes only. Because remember, they
That's
had
what he
literally
thought.
just recently. They had recently. It ain't like they've been broke
Hey,
up for
grown folk.
years. It wasn't like they had been broke up for years. It was really recent. It was like one day they together, the next day they broke up, and then it's for the love of Brooke.
Off and on.
Yeah, off and on. It was for like the love of Brooke, but it wasn't like they was together for years. And Malik be like, "I don't give a fuck what you do." But she said she did ask him. He did okay it because it was supposed to be for entertainment purposes only. So that's why some people thinking, is he in on this shit? Because come on out. But see, the other day when he asked Pills, remember? He said, Pills, are you really trying to be in a relationship with Brooke? And he was like, yeah. But then we hear that he has said over in the other sector, he's single. And
Damn.
now we hear that Brooke might not be going on a trip, and Pills might still be going on a trip, and Nessa
Uh oh.
going on a trip. And then we already know that Pills had mentioned how he liked Ness. He got a crush on Ness and on Smooth.
Oh boy. Man,
I
it
am
might
so
it
looking
might be
forward
for
to
the love of Ness in Vegas, man. It might be for the love of Ness. It might be Envy trying to shoot a shot at Ness. Pills might be trying to shoot it. Like, damn, man. Instead of the love of Brooke, you just replace it with Ness.
I can see them in a pool right now outside a hotel, and Ness is in her with her little bikini or whatever, and all the guys dancing and singing around her.
Super chat now, grown folk TV, that's his second channel. That's why he got the 2.0. If I'm not mistaken. Am I right, grown folk? I
Yeah,
think I'm right on
he
that.
always had the 2.0.
I think that's his secondary channel because he's got his other channel, then he's got the Riders channel. I know he got a lot of channels, child.
The things we do to grow our channel, child. The things we do. Yeah,
See,
he
I
always
was
had.
right. Look at me. I was right on something.
Yeah, he always had the 2.0. But yeah, the things people will do on here to get their platforms, to a certain level, or a lot of people don't like to slow walk they shit like I did. And my shit still is slow walking sometimes. Sometimes I have bigger chats, sometimes I have smaller chats. But the one thing about me is I'm always consistent, and it don't matter if there's 50 people in here or 500. I will always do my best to
Or
entertain.
15 people.
Or 15. I didn't have 15 people in here before. And I still come on here. I don't speak differently. I don't act differently. I still try to put on my show, talk about things I see, things I've heard, and that's how it is. Some shit gonna slap and some shit don't. Some shit is hit or miss sometimes with your
And
channel.
it's the replay on a lot of it
And
too.
it's the replay on a lot of them too.
Thank
See, the
also
thing about it is when it's like a hot topic like this, which I'm sure Happy Life, and it's 11 people going live all day, every day. Some channels are going to have more in theirs, and some channels not going to have more in theirs. And then sometimes it might reverse and flip flop. So me, like I say, I always say this to us smaller content creators: get in where you fit in.
also
Because
to
if
the
you keep
replay
sitting around
gang.
waiting, you ain't gonna never go live if you just keep on sitting around waiting for the bigger people to go live.
We want to thank the
Yeah.
replay gang also who rewatches this video. And if you love the Hood Table, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that cash app at the Hood Table 402. I'm not. She don't beg, but I will beg for her. I'm just saying.
Ah, yes, yes. But yeah, we about to get off of here anyway because it's almost 2 hours. And y'all know I said earlier I have to work this weekend. Oh my God, y'all just can't imagine how behind in work we are. I'm working like every day for like the next 2 weeks, like every day, Saturday and Sunday. So tomorrow, I don't know what time. If I go live, it'll probably be if just something just jumps off. Otherwise, I'll just be watching everybody else throughout the day and watching my Netflix and all that shit. But before we go, Happy Life or Charlie, is there any last minute words or anything you want to say about anything?
Yeah. Yeah. My final thoughts are, amen. Happy, what is it? Happy Friday. Make sure y'all have a good time. Tear it up. Do your thing. Don't smoke no. Don't smoke no marijuana. Don't sag your pants. Don't do any of that stuff. Don't go to jail and then get busted backwards. And Get some ass Hood Table and make me some damn pink cupcake.
Ah, you know what? You forgot to say don't go to Vegas on vacation and leave on probation.
Mm, Lord. If I had the money, I would have took Charlie to Vegas, but
Aww.
Aw.
Well, you know what, Charlie? What's your last minute words?
Cause my bro, he can't be up here. You gotta brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your ass. And for my sis that ain't here, for my sis Lo, I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. And I would drop the mic like Corio be doing, but I ain't doing that to the Hood Table.
You
I
know
love
what?
Corio though. I love me some Corio. I love her to death.
I love you guys. And Corio, she's a little bit under the weather right now. You know, I don't like to tell people all their business and stuff, but I know people be asking me, "Where's Corio? How's Corio?" But she hopefully she be in the chats though. She be in the chats. You know, she mod here and there, and But yeah, she'll be back soon. She'll be back soon. But yeah, otherwise, you
If you
guys,
talk,
hold
if
up.
you talk to a girl, tell her I say Charlie sends her love and praying for you, girl.
You said ZX you going live to play some music tonight. Oh, ZX gonna play some music tonight. Hold up, ZX be playing music on his channel.
I was gonna pop in his live. Okay, I gotta tell him this if he's still here. And Soul Sister too. I was gonna pop in his live the other day, and then something had happened. I forgot what it was. I had to do something, and it messed up. I was like, dang, I was gonna finally hit the link so I could say I did it, and he couldn't say I ain't never did it.
whenever you call me, I'll be there. I'll be around, around. Whatever that song is. Baby, come back. Leave it all on me. And I was wrong. We just ain't there without you.
Well,
Yeah.
we all know what Malik and Brooks song is. To the end of the road, still I
No,
can't let
let's
it go.
let it go.
It's unnatural.
You
You belong
know.
to
Yeah.
me. I belong. I'm sorry. That's the song I dedicated to them, y'all. That's the song.
Mm.
No hood therapy. No, she don't got the what's that judge name? What's her name?
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy. No, she don't got the Judge Judy avatar. Oh my
ODS's
goodness.
avatar when he uses the ugly Wanda one kills me. I laugh so hard I can't help myself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Well, you guys, it's been real. I had fun. It's been a long week of work and YouTube commentary and
Hot weather.
everything in between. Hot what? Oh Lord! Again. I just want to say to y'all people, y'all parents, y'all childcare providers, please double, triple, quadruple check your vehicles because eh, I just can't believe how often people are leaving their children in their cars. We had another death the other day and then we had one last year around the same time. And it's all over the United States. It happens every year. People leaving kids in the car in extreme heat. And so again, rest in peace to the little baby. Well, he was 5. Was he 5? No, he was 6. No, he was 5. 5 years old, and he was left in a truck while a lady who works at a braiding and nail salon went to work all day and left him out in the car. That day it was 89 degrees here, and of course it got up to like 100 in the car. Um, she didn't even realize, even after her shift, she didn't even realize the child was still in the car. Somebody literally had to walk past the car, saw the child in there, passed out, and they ran into the shop and said, "Did somebody leave a baby in an SUV outside?" And that lady who worked there, she does haul ass out the store.
Damn.
And it was too late. He had been in there for hours, and it was a foster kid. She was a whole foster parent. So yeah, shout out again. Rest in peace to that family. Even though the child was taken away from their bios for some reason to go into foster care, I'm just gonna believe.
I got one more question before you get done.
What's your question?
All right, it's very small, but who you voting for, Trump or Biden?
Not
You know
there,
what?
neither.
Neither.
They're one of them bitches because my vote don't count. You know who got the most vote? The Electoral College. You know who you should vote for? Your local elections. Just saying. Your House of
I'm
Representatives.
not voting for Biden. He'll be in a wheelchair by the time it's time to hit Biden. I have no hope for that man. Needs to retire. He needs to go sat his ass down somewhere and spend his last days with his grandkids. I ain't saying he about to die, but he looked like it. That's all I have to say. And on that note,
Bye, y'all.
please like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you are not already subscribed. And yes, that is horrific. I can't stand the hood therapy, but it happens every summer. Every summer. But yes, please make sure you guys like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table. Feel free to hit the Cash App if you want to hit the Cash App. $ the Hood Table 402. That is our Cash App. Everybody on your way out, stay safe, be blessed. Remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood.
Later, phone.
Later. All right. Y'all have a good night. Love you
You
guys.
too.
All right.
Yep.